of this team kind of started to show out and show out. And you've seen it now in the last couple of possessions.
BJ Edgecombe, his first points of the night.
Teams. Trading twos for threes, though, means that you're playing catch-up.
BJ Edgecombe down the lane, gliding in. North Chadomir on the offensive glass. The kick out.
They're quickly becoming the equivalent for three-point shots here in the Big 12 tournament. You get a three, and you get a three.
BJ Edgecombe missing two right at the rim, and it's ripped down by Darian Williams.
Adding to it, the school record is very much so in danger this evening.
BJ Edgecombe gets loose. And the rebound tipped out, and Baylor controls. Team Chance McMillan here in the second half. BJ Edgecombe skips to the bucket, and it rattles in.
This is an interesting lineup. Now, Texas.
BJ Edgecombe rims out a three. Rebound Elijah Hawkins. Here come the Red Raiders pushing. Deep three, short from Elijah Hawkins. And the rebound, Jade Nunn. Baylor running. BJ Edgecombe down the lane. Gets to the bucket, and it's an 8-point game.
North Chadomir with the assist.
JT Toppin, and it's poked away by North Chadomir. BJ Edgecombe in transition. Lays it in.
Grant McCaslin needs it. Hawkins just gave that ball up. A rare turnover.
BJ Edgecombe missing from the corner, tipped out. Here comes Kevin.
I try to get North Chadomir the ball here.
BJ Edgecombe challenged, missed the shot, and the rebound hustling is Darian Williams clinging to the lead. He missed both. North Chadomir the rebound. BJ Edgecombe for the win. Second round action. Game 3 of day 2 as BJ Edgecombe attacks down the lane. The offensive rebound, Jalen Celestine missing a putback. And Doug McDaniel, who was great in the second half last night.
Active hands right there.
Robert Wright, the drop off, and BJ Edgecombe ties the game.
We have active hands on deep. Kansas State 0 for 4 from 3. 3 for 3 inside the arc.
BJ Edgecombe to the basket, and with the left hand, rattles out. North Chadomir keeps it alive. Center here in Kansas City.
He brought Stephen Oley too. We tried to trade him in, but he still showed up.
BJ Edgecombe, free.
11 made threes. If he's going at 3, Roxy, he's probably, even if he slides, he's not sliding past 20.
So you're saying I'm stating the obvious?
Yes.
Okay. Miss from BJ Edgecombe. David Gasson pulls it down for Casey.
Pretty long period of time here without a break.
We're way into the under 8 timeout. BJ Edgecombe missing the 3, and Doug McDaniel the rebound. Here comes K-State.
We got a little bit of a mismatch underneath right now with Jones on North Chat if he pushes up and seals.
BJ Edgecombe says I can take it myself.
Yeah. BJ Edgecombe all of a sudden is taking his game. First step is going to be really elite and get past him. That explosiveness is an A+ according to Jonathan.
Did you like that?
He's pretty good. Cut and screen the zone. Like so often you don't screen the zone. If you screen the zone, you can create a lane to drive.
BJ Edgecombe. Too strong on the 3, and the weak side rebound grabbed by Doug McDaniel. A 3, and there's BJ Edgecombe ripping it down for Baylor. And Omier started his career at Arkansas State. Played 2 years there, 2 years at Miami, and now it's grad season at Baylor. And Scott Drew doesn't have a lot of depth with his team, so it's not like you can go all that deep into your bench and try to rest some guys for tomorrow night. As BJ Edgecombe in double figures now with 11. Shot clock down to 5. BJ Edgecombe on the step back.
That was a tough one.
And the rebound, Kansas State.
North Chat's down. You've got it history. So proud I was there to witness it.
History will be made.
3% from beyond the arc combined between the two teams. 3%, Roxy.
Is that?
He could make a 3.
Doug McDaniel off balance. The rebound, North Chadomir pushing it back. Edgecombe glides in and one. BJ Edgecombe.
Roach with 9. Celestine with 7. Guys stepping up.
BJ Edgecombe darts to the basket, spins around, and it goes for the Big 12 freshman. 2.5-hour drive to Waco. 5 to shoot for Edgecombe. Steps into a 3. Got it! And the first points of the night for the freshman BJ Edgecombe.
He did check into the game though, Roxy.
He did.
I promise you.
He let everybody know he was here, and then he went back to the bench. BJ Edgecombe on the drive, knifing through the lane, and Baylor reclaims the lead. BJ Edgecombe off balance, somehow got it to go! Edgecombe falling away, and the rebound rustled away by...
You've got to make an adjustment. And that adjustment is you've got to step into him and force him off that three-point line.
BJ Edgecombe long on that 3, and Emmanuel Sharp the rebound for Houston.
Base the floor with multiple shooters at all times.
Norchad Omier missing a 3. The offensive rebound, but BJ Edgecombe missing the putback. And the rebound by Jawan Roberts.
They've missed 7 consecutive shots.
And a turnover by Houston. BJ Edgecombe.
A couple other things probably brought up too.
Here's Edgecombe. Down the lane. BJ Edgecombe ends the drought for Baylor.
He split of the program.
It is remarkable, that number, considering the conference they're playing in. They are unbeaten on the road in the Big 12 this season. Stay at this end.
66% of his makes this season have been from beyond the arc.
The block, the help defense from Joseph Tugler. Out of bounds to Baylor.
Where Sharp was in transition, gives open an open 3. 11 points, all of them coming in the second half.
Deep 3 from Edgecombe. Norchad Omier hustles for the offensive. Jalen Celestine drives. Left open, BJ Edgecombe. 3! And the rebound, Edgecombe for Baylor. He looks to attack. BJ Edgecombe falling away. And the rebound grabbed by Malik Wilson for Houston. And keeps it a 2-possession game. Step back 3, BJ Edgecombe. And the rebound. The putback missed by North.
Rebound. Baylor has to block out, especially with this small ball lineup, and no Ojamuna.
Edgecombe, 3. He answers right back for the Bears.
And he hasn't been doing that.
Edgecombe stumbled from the right elbow, scores.
That right there is pretty off the ball screen.
Punch was there on the catch for Celestine. He dribbles down the left side and stopped there by Uday just in time. Edgecombe gets it off, and as Omier and Punch battle for it.
Above the white circle, over the 6'11", athletic Uday. High-level finish from a high-level guard.
Baylor was wanting the foul. It was TCU complaining they thought the ball went out of bounds. That gets the Frogs crowd into this. Edgecombe, open 3, got it.
BJ Edgecombe
Flips it high off the glass. Volleyballed around, and eventually it's none who comes away with it. Edgecombe, Euro step, blocked away by Diallo.
That's a great backside block, but good.
Edgecombe from the corner. Able to get his own miss. Another 3. Celestine. Took a bump there from Punch. Edgecombe in the air, just fired it up off the glass. Turned into a good pass for Omier off the bench. Flips it up, too strong. Omier a rebound. That is his 8th board, so he's nearing a double-double, and we've got a bunch of those. And quick answer by the Bears. Gets it off in time. And a long outlet pass to Roach. Edgecombe. O'Meara bats it back out. For the shoot. Ouellette lost the handle. It's a race, and VJ's going to win it for the stuff. Right, content to eat some time here. Celestine feeds Edgecombe. VJ fadeaway. Good.
Pass. And it starts on the defensive side for TCU. You have to be able to get it done on that side.
On from Edgecombe, a white board.
1 minute. Under 1 minute.
Edgecombe from just inside the paint. White skied for the rebound.
As the point guard, as VJ Edgecombe just rips it away. That's something that Oklahoma State typically does. Edgecombe, no good. O'Meara with a rebound. He's now 1 away from passing. 5 on the ticker. Edgecombe recognizing. Son Thompson step back. And can't get the roll, and it's going to be off. Oklahoma State doesn't play all that much, but with Sumnick now on the bench and Usman with 2 fouls, got to find some help somewhere. Edgecombe misses again. Here's Arturo D.
Finish that half over the last 13 minutes of that half, and they go right inside for a bucket and a high percentage shot.
Edgecombe looking for his first field goal. No, and it's still 0 for to start. Now 0 of 4 thus far. Edgecombe, who's freshman running mate, Robert Wright, who carried the Bears offensively in the first half. Edgecombe flies in with a great effort. But here's Keller. Polk's got to run. This is a rebound.
2 chances for Usman.
Oh, Edgecombe takes it away. He's still a factor. And 1. It took him long enough, but VJ Edgecombe.
This is his 5th consecutive start. And to your point, he scored 15 or more in 3 of the last 4. Off the mark, tapped into the hands of O'Meara. Here is Nunn. Extra pass. Edgecombe. That's a 3.
And he has not been shooting it good now. But that whole defensive possession, extremely impressive. And they also make you play one-on-one. Ooh.
O'Meara. Tough offensive.
Good job right there. One-on-one by Celestine. Taking away Mitchell's initial move, forcing him into his counter.
They need more of that from Edgecombe. Edgecombe driving, left it short. Thomas with the defense, and here's just 10-point Cincinnati lead. 16:30 to go in the ball game. Edgecombe, rebound. James running the. Love knifing out to Edgecombe. Bang.
Once again, what was that, Matt?
Here is Wright, defended by Bandego. Edgecombe steps into a 3 and knocks it down. He's had a much better second half. Now in double. Edgecombe has back-to-back from downtown, and it's Baylor's first lead. Pull-up, rims out. Celestine the rebound. 3-on-2 for now. Edgecombe a 3. Probing. Here comes Edgecombe. Step through, sent out of bounds by Mitchell. Whoa!
Multiple guys out here who could knock it down.
A 3 from Love. No. O'Meara the rebound. Edgecombe from downtown. Yes! Back to a 2-point.
You have 1 to give. The next one puts Baylor at the free throw line.
Roach trapped. Cutting Edgecombe. Tough shot. No. O'Meara the rebound. Bodies on the.
Love. Edgecombe quick with that first step. Another offensive board for O'Meara.
He's at the basket with careless turnovers. You usually lose.
Edgecombe, short,
He has struggled from 3 of 18
without the basketball, finding the gap, stepping into it against a man defense, and that's just too open for him.
Edgecombe. That's why he's special.
And he might have to play that.
Blue collar basketball from North Shadow Mere. Extra pass to Celestine. Into the corner. Edgecombe. That's been the story for him recently. Edgecombe really yet to get lathered up today. Ball kicks out to half court. Edgecombe gets the high screen. O'Meara rolls. Edgecombe says, I don't need you. Knocked out of bounds, will stay here. 7-0 run. They had about a minute and a half there to take a little break, and Edgecombe, with his legs back under him, still can't hit. 11 points in the second half himself. Roach, clock is at 5. Did that take too long? Edgecombe off the miss, rams it home. A little bit of life for Baylor.
On that floater, Celestine collects. And Baylor into the front court. Edgecombe. And the rebound by Anthony Dello. Owaka, big rebound. Had it ripped away by Langston Love.
Watch this.
He's got an extra
for Baylor right now by necessity.
Edgecombe off balance, in and out. Townsend fighting for the loose ball.
Well, they targeted Del Orso, but Wright couldn't get inside.
Roach splits the defense, gets a piece of the paint. Edgecombe, corner three is good.
I'm telling you, John, that stroke is 2 possessions in a row. Arizona's taking advantage of it.
Edgecombe will try another 3. Inside, Celestine collects it. Bryant, ball fake into the paint, a little bit strong. Edgecombe swoops in for the board. Here's the freshman at the basket, and it's blocked. O'Meara collects and lays it in. Edgecombe at the basket. Oh my!
For him to wear out.
Edgecombe wide open. And Owaka swoops in. First down 6. The freshman Edgecombe into the paint. Hangs and hits. Wow!
Gotta go.
Clock at 8.
Yep, gotta go. Gotta have it in this guy's hands.
Edgecombe fires. Celestine's tip wouldn't fall.
But you can't play slow. You got to play sped up.
Edgecombe bullies his way to the basket. Left hand is good.
And after slowing Baylor down.
O'Meara gets it across. Edgecombe into the lane. Scoops it home.
He's not guardable. Well,
I'll tell you the other thing. Basar averages 18 minutes a game. He played 30 here tonight. Those minutes just keep going up.
Oh, he's going to be a star.
Edgecombe can't hit.
Langston Love. They are very happy to have him back and healthy. It's been a struggle for him over his career to stay that way. VJ Edgecombe, first shot too strong. Poked out by Celestine. Edgecombe, 6 to shoot with O'Meara. Edgecombe, it looked awkward, but it was a good move to get open, then torn away by Tenor on the rebound. Recruit number 3 on the ESPN 100. Well, big news for West Virginia. Hansberry now on the bench with 2 fouls. So Javon Small's back out there, but the Mountain rebound to Love, who just beat Powell to it. Right in trouble out for Edgecombe. Has 3. We saw Elizevich get a little bit of time to try to spell those 2. Edgecombe spinning, floating, and hitting. What a shot. Here comes Baylor looking to add to a 7-0 run. Edgecombe steps. Great defense by Harris on that play.
Not a great shot.
6 to shoot. Away from the screen by Omier. Edgecombe fades away. What a shot.
That's something we really off of putting your head down and just making the right play. Because both teams will look to switch everything 1 through 5.
Edgecombe, second chance. No, they got 2 good looks from 3. Love. Roach downhill. No, the putback by Edgecombe. Edgecombe says not yet to Langston Love. Now he takes the screen. Edgecombe carving inside, stepping through, tough shot, rolls off, and Omier fighting with Hansberry, who pulls. Small guarding him. Omier sets the screen. Edgecombe. No, Olkani rebounds.
That's just a great job right there by Hansberry.
Great defense from West Virginia. 4 seconds. Edgecombe. Tough shot, offensive rebound. Omier. Shot.
Wilson to the corner. Good active hands. Here's Edgecombe. Look out, everybody. Man, he is something to watch. I mean, just glides.
Kept it. This is a big 4 minutes for Baylor because they're hanging around.
Edgecombe looking for space, gets at the basket and puts it home.
There you go. Good job. He backed up out of the trap and because they turn you over and they crush you on the offensive glass.
Edgecombe, little Euro step, soft touch, and it's good. And all of a sudden, VJ Edgecombe's got 8. They're down by 16. Kick out. Celestine can't hit. And the follow is Edgecombe as he puts it in. He's got 10
last year.
Edgecombe with the takeaway as Sharp turns it over. Edgecombe at the basket, able to spin it home.
Scintillating in the
their will in the paint. Keyshawn Hall lost his footing. Taken away by the other freshman, Robert Wright. Don't forget about him. And Edgecombe wanted to throw it down. It's in the roof off this place. And he pointed out, like Lenardi has, everything is out in front of this Knights program. If they win this game, likely in that tournament field.
Yeah, and the thing for the Knights is they've already played Kansas.
Rolls out. Celestine with the rebound. Edgecombe hunting the paint. Awkward, off balance, don't matter for the future lottery pick. Curry got that elbow into right, the freshman. And after you get a stop, those are the makes that you need. Edgecombe in rhythm, and Hall with the rebound. Kansas basketball not being dominant.
Exactly.
It opens up things for everybody else. There's 2 on the shot clock for Edgecombe, and there was some of that quickness on the initial 3 steps. Could not complete.
Fully healthy, this would have easily been a top 25 team.
Well, you talk about health. Oh, no! He did it! Russell Westbrook, where are you?
Around the rim.
Yeah, we need to give Wright more credit for the job he does setting up this offense. Edgecombe don't care. Give me everybody. Tom, you think he's about to throw it down on you.
Exactly. Once a guy like that gets up around the rim, there's another opportunity here.
Well, showing the versatility. 3 ball, no good. Omier was trying to crash everything.
15 pounds of just muscle and strength so he can be a little bit more imposing inside.
There's a key freshman, and he got bumped by Shum and one. The former, oh man, where that's been an issue. A lot of that because of a lack of depth and the injuries.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that last season, as DJ Edgecombe,
he's having feeling good. Williams, West Coast kid from San Diego. Here's Edgecombe. That is how it is done. I think too good.
Baylor back the other way. 2-0 early, Kansas on top. O'Jonman to the handoff. Edgecombe. And that floater wouldn't go, but he picks up the offensive rebound and puts it home.
Oh, he's one of the best athletes you'll see.
We'll grab a seat. And now a steal as Mayo turns it over. Here's Edgecombe, full head of steam. Oh, baby. B.J. Edgecombe exploding to the back.
Who looked great yesterday in practice. Honestly, I think everybody was surprised today when he said he couldn't play. And this kid, now, the reason I'm getting excited because this out in his life, I think he and his family are extremely comfortable in Waco.
Edgecombe catch and shoot. And that short Harris corrals. And Kansas closing it on 2 to go. And now Wright. Inside, Edgecombe puts it in with the left hand.
We mentioned much more aggressive. And he picks up 2 fouls in the first half just because he's big.
Yeah.
It annoys you when you're trying to recruit him.
Somewhere Jeff Van Gundy's nodding. That one is tipped in and a Baylor hoop. And dribbling left side. Shot clock is under 10. Edgecombe with Shaquille Moore on him. Shot clock winding down. Edgecombe, jumper wouldn't fall. And Dickinson the rebound.
Oh boy, very surprising because Kansas was in complete control of that first 20 minutes.
11 turnovers for the Jayhawks. Edgecombe off the glass and that floater showing off inside Adams. He didn't quite get his hands on it.
Watch out.
Edgecombe.
Oh, that's, oh boy. Thought it was a contact and Edgecombe is down.
Richie Saunders, 15 in white with the headband as always. 15 a game, and Demon, the 6'9" passing point guard. Corner 3 falls for VJ Edgecombe. 4. No answer from Edgecombe, but a big offensive rebound against UConn earlier in the year. Demon turns it over. O'Meara pushes. Edgecombe attacks. Can't finish. Now, Celestine, a shooter. O'Meara gives it up. Edgecombe rises and hits at the end of the shot clock. Edgecombe, late shot clock, off the crossover, pivots, left it short, and then a foul on the rebounding act.
Is everything. So if you're Scott Drew, you might want to switch it up right now. You might want to switch up your ball screen defense to alleviate O'Meara from being put in those positions.
Nice hesitation from Edgecombe. Let me ask you this. You played for him. Baylor's been down by as many as 13. Within 7, approaching 2.5 to go. Edgecombe can't knock it down. And the loose ball.
He should have shot it last game against Cincinnati. His stock will continue to rise.
Edgecombe had it roll off, nagged the loose ball, and then rescued on the baseline for Baylor. Right at the controls. Backs it out. Edgecombe right down the lane.
Oh, my
goodness. Oh, man. Took off. Offensive rebound, none. Backed it out for Wright. The skip. Edgecombe rises. Buries. Kings has arrived. Edgecombe. Answers back with a smooth 2.
Mike, that's so
screen. Back out O'Meara. Moved it for Wright. Shot clock below 10. Edgecombe all alone. Knocks it down.
That's just great.
3 minutes of this game. VJ Edgecombe around the screen. To the basket, no. Rebound cleared by Nell.
Young man, he's been in at the ends of regulation, and now he's in overtime. Kevin Young trusts down the hall.
Edgecombe. Big time answer. Edgecombe set the screen for Wright. Back out Edgecombe. He rises. Knocks it down. 1 point game.
This game was all maroon and done. Oh, the second half deep.
Here comes Baylor. Good defensive possession, good closeout, forcing a contested shot late in the shot clock. Now they're just daring Edgecombe to shoot, so he does and makes a 3. Getting better. He's getting better every single.
Well, they paid too much attention to Edgecombe, who hustles after the loose ball, gets the rebound, and has his shot blocked. I'm done listing all the. There are more, but
you got to move past it though. And they came out today with a sense of purpose and a sense of energy early, but the wheels have fallen off this wagon once again today. And now he's 2 for 7. He's made 2 out of the last 3 shots that he's taken, both of them coming from beyond the arc.
Moving without the ball, finds another open look, hits another 3.
Nope, it's the Big 12. You got to figure it out, and they've come out with a great sense of purpose today.
Edgecombe with the left hand, high off the glass. There's his first 2 make.
Saw him as a freshman at BYU. He was lean and cut, and now he's big and bulky.
Edgecombe, left hand finish plus a foul. Woo. Nice move, VJ Edgecombe. Coach again today for Baylor, still day to day, game to game in that concussion protocol. Edgecombe elevates for 3, in and out, no good. Rebound though, Baylor snatches it. Here's Nunn. Oh, missed it, so now Baylor ball up 8 with 15 minutes to go. Shot clock winding down. Edgecombe's going to have to shoot it. He does. In and out.
And every shot that he's taken, though, today has been on target.
Edgecombe attacks baseline, got in the air, had it ripped away. Edgecombe.
You can attack this. I go right back to him. Don't give it up. You've got a big man on you. You're a superior athlete.
He elevates. Rebound, Little got fouled. Edgecombe from the corner, 3.
Great relocation on that drive baseline.
Is not. Neither is Celestine. Edgecombe got to get a shot off here in the next few seconds. Steps in and hit it. Wow.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
4:19 to go.
You can dribble it one time. I'm looking for Edgecombe to kind of come towards the rim.
They lobbed it to him. He caught it and laid it in.
Little screen, slip action right to the cup.
Edgecombe's got that big man on him again. That was pretty good defense. Left hand, no good. Weak side rebound, O'Meara.
Just overpowers. You get the switch.
This is Edgecombe missing everything. So a lot of short shot attempts.
One-legged step back off the spin move. Yeah, that's not textbook.
Edgecombe rattles in the 3. VJ Edge, and this is a Baylor Bears team that averages almost 90 points per game playing here at home. Edgecombe off the bounce, can't finish, but Asamoah knows how to clean it up.
Got to put a.
And now his runner off the rebound goes. In another, his second 3 tonight. They're all tied at 13-0 here. Like we played almost 10 minutes. Edgecombe starting to feel it. A little too strong and a strong board to Hawkins. Excuse me, that was not a shooting foul. They called that one on the floor. Edgecombe rocking the rim with 2 hands.
And you see exactly why they're.
McDaniel able to recover after that scramble. 5 on the shot clock. Edgecombe. Hawkins, a deep 3 on the way, in and out. Rebound to Baylor, 2 seconds, 1 second. Edgecombe, and no good at the horn. And it's Kansas State, and it's pulled down by O'Meara. So Baylor gets the stop. Can they get a bucket? Edgecombe rising up, high flying with the finish.
One of those type of players that
tipped around, and it's Celestine with the board. 5-point lead for K-State. Edgecombe rise it up, and this time he throws it down. It's down by 4 now. Edgecombe curling off that screen. Jump stop, finishes at the bucket. It's a 2-point game. Right, the freshman taking his time. Edgecombe finding some space. He hits the 3! All of a sudden it's red. Can't get around a defender, Gasson. Shot clock's at 5. In and out. Now goes hard. Dribble off the window. What a finish. VJ
Biggs, you'll see a lot of pick and roll today.
Here's Edgecombe. He's a highlight reel, and he misses his first shot. Rebound by another freshman. David Punch inside the painted area against these Frogs. That one's blocked. 5 on the shot clock. Edgecombe forces it up and in. And they've got Ojanwuna in trouble. 5 to shoot. Edgecombe's got it. Takes the 3, and it's way off the mark. And it'll be TCU basketball. One of the field in his last 2+ games. And he's 5th among freshmen in all of America in assists per game. That one blocked out of bounds.
And that's what problem. It's a problem on the glass.
Picked off by Edgecombe. Takes it himself. Hangs, can't hit, and can't follow. That one swatted out of the last 2 years in fast break points per game. 5 on the shot clock. Amir finds Edgecombe for 3.
Richie's shooting in love, but Celestine gives them that punch offensively.
There's a turnover, number 7 for the Frogs. A minute 40 to go in the first half. Edgecombe leans in, spins it off the backboard, and Amir comes away with it. Another off that's gone by, second half, 6-point game. Edgecombe flying to the cup.
Nicely done. Good kick out by the fresh.
Edgecombe, acrobatic.
That's what we call
2 years ago when they unveiled that statue. We say, a salute to you, good sir. Edgecombe, short on the 3. TCU hang at her. Number 15, Mississippi State, number 6, Tennessee. That's at 7 Eastern on ESPN. Then at ESPN at 9. Look at that.
Nice little inbounds play. Back screen for VJ.
6 in the second half. They trail by just 1. Here's Edgecombe looking for back-to-back buckets. It's not this time.
See now, on that drive right there, it's tough.
Here's Roach.
Right now, this is the head with the chicken with their head cut off.
Edgecombe out of control.
Right now, if you're TCU.
John Shelby, Jay Williams from the Cal Center here on the campus of Arizona. And he has been a great addition to this Arizona program. Edgecombe, it's a basket. Well, he had one of the biggest dunks of the year early. Kicks out, Roach collects. Shot clock's under 10. Edgecombe way downtown. And Roach comes flying. Del Orso can't get that one to fall.
Just don't know how you lose him.
Oh, inside, and Edgecombe's finger roll wouldn't fall. And then crowd loving it. Tommy Lloyd's got to be happy with the way his guys have played so far. Edgecombe gets free and banks it home. Edgecombe. And Edgecombe pulls down the rebound. Oh, wow. I mean, even in a game court.
But you're building out deck zone players that are currently playing on other teams. And guys are having their representation out as you see VJ come knock down a shot from the outside, showing you right there. He's playing on the high side. Make the read, go back to work, pull up for a mirror.
Edgecombe. And Ojanwuna
higher life. And there's no doubt about the talent that he has. It's a matter of when it fully develops for himself.
Edgecombe steps inside, had the shot blocked. And a foul on Baylor. Bradley, steal, Edgecombe. Edgecombe up ahead in the throwdown. And it's down to 10. Henry Basar, he's got 19, and that is a career high. Whoa.
A great find by
Edgecombe. Nope. And none with the foul one. That one rolls out.
Talking with Coach Hurley, he felt like they learned what they needed to take out of that second half against Kansas.
Edgecombe driving, kind of lost it on the way up, thought there was a foul, but no whistle. Freeman the other direction. Roach swings it over for Edgecombe. Great ball movement here, but nowhere to go at the moment. Edgecombe steps sideways, shoots, no good. Another offensive rebound, but it's a whistle against O'Meara. Does Edgecombe have the answer? What a take by Edgecombe. Count the bucket.
The shots, offensive rebounds.
And left Edgecombe wide open and got away with it, but he followed his shot and now finds himself all alone and hits the triple. Tremendous end on the game, and he's going to have to sit on the bench for an extended period of time. Wright in trouble, kicks corner. Edgecombe, another three.
The patience.
Poked away from Ali. Here comes Edgecombe. Ojonwuna with him. Edgecombe with the left hand, just gliding through the air, and a timeout taken by Arizona State.
Phillips will learn how to keep that ball in play so you can run with it.
Edgecombe wide open and rims off. Arizona State got away with one there. Edgecombe with it, 5 to shoot, getting downhill. Quaintance pins it on the glass. Mason going quickly.
Pretty steady.
Freeman over 13 points per game in the last 3. We'll see if his trends can get going as well. Corner 3, big answer there from Edgecombe. Mr. Again, 3 to shoot. Edgecombe, step back. And they got away with that one. Ojonwuna, offensive. Roach, him and Freeman got tangled up earlier in the possession. Almost stripped. Edgecombe, no chance on that shot. And a good defensive possession. Roach with the ball. Off the screen from Edgecombe. Roach driving. Outside for the freshman. Edgecombe rattles out. And Arizona State, it's a miss.
Coming up on 13 minutes here left in the first half. Baylor up 2. Runner from Edgecombe. Falls short. Rebound. Edgecombe gets the screen. Rolling to the basket is O'Meara. Edgecombe keeps it himself. Second short floater missed by him. Into the forecourt. Shooting has been gotten better. That was not a reflection of the improvement. Roach shimmies, goes to Edgecombe, knocks it down from the corner. Shot clock at 5. Edgecombe activates, corkscrews into the lane, absorbs some contact, finds a way to finish off the window.
And he had 2.
Thomas, clean look at a 3. Can he make it 3 straight? He can't. Opportunity was there. Edgecombe flying into the forecourt. He's got a couple of those a game. Knocks it down in his... Edgecombe again from 3. We've seen him inside, we've seen him outside. Edgecombe, wow, puts it in drive with the left hand, just misses. O'Meara finds a way to get the up. 16-point advantage for Baylor. None in his 104th straight start. Whips it to Edgecombe, who grazes the rim with the long 3 in the face of Mitchell. Out of the corner comes Edgecombe. To the basket goes Edgecombe. The finger roll makes it look so easy. Score, find out what happened. Edgecombe out of the mid-corner. Whips it to Omier. Nice rotation to Edgecombe. Launches a three, way off. Edgecombe with the keys. Oh, he is a Ferrari when he has those keys. Off the window and good. VJ Edgecombe, his role. Baylor's defense has been smothered. Knocked away on cue. Another turnover generated. 10th of the night. Edgecombe with the flush. Edgecombe threads the needle, hangs, and can't finish. Ball gets stuck. Omier dislodges it.
Play like he did the last 12 minutes against Tennessee. He was so solid and aggressive.
Two premier backcourts. Edgecombe straight on. Jackson with the rebound. Edgecombe.
Good screen. Ojanwuna rises. Gotta make that.
Jackson, big rebounder over Omier.
Great look on the block a little bit, not settling for trees. It's a bonus once in a while, but get him in nice crossover.
Edgecombe. He can't get that to fall. Takes it away. Fresh shot clock. Cold shooting to finish the half on both sides.
Gilbert does a great job containing the dribble.
Edgecombe rises.
Gotta get going.
None.
No pick and pop with Ojanwuna out there.
They don't want to give him any clean three-point looks. Edgecombe.
Got it.
Online, but too strong.
Yeah.
Keeping on. Marshall Lonis, a terrific point guard there. Omier to the corner. Ah, there's the wow moment. That's VJ Edgecombe.
They need more than wow moments, though. This is what they need. Solid defense, get some easy hoops and a run out.
Edgecombe up to get the rebound. Edgecombe off the glass. Ojanwuna and Edgecombe launches. How'd you learn that? He said, well, my roommate at Washington State was DJ Rodman, though he never got to meet Dennis. And he grew up idolizing that great rebounder for Gonzaga, Presmac Karnowski.
Some cheap stuff to give runouts.
There's the super freshman, number 7, VJ Edgecombe. McDonald's All-American goes off the window. 19 years old.
He's got to have the ball more, I think, because, like I said earlier, anytime he has it, something good usually happens.
Edgecombe, the fellow freshman, off the mark. There's Wright. Pretty move off the mark, offensive rebound. And that usually leads to a three for Baylor. It did there, but a little too strong from VJ Edgecombe.
Playing with, go down the list.
Yeah, Cooper Flag, etc., etc. Here's Edgecombe, lines it up and knocks it down. And now Baylor back up 9. 4.5 to go in the first half. Edgecombe, not this time. And a foul loss. That's in stark contrast to what we've seen in the non-conference. 3 on the shot clock. Edgecombe's got to go. And he does off the window. Okay, Ojanwuna and Norchad Omier. Omier still on the floor, gives it up to Edgecombe. Left hand, window, the kiss.
And no resistance.
Good defense by the Bears. Here's Omier, behind the back, gives it up. SC top 10.
He is not himself. I mean, a dude who's really, he got off to a scorching hot start last year before he got hurt.
Edgecombe spins off to the left. Got his own miss. Freshman to freshman. Edgecombe, top of the key. Got it!
Ojanwuna with the miss, but cleaned up and the put-back basket by Norchad Omier. Here's a steal at midcourt. Alley-oop. Edgecombe just in the air, didn't get the shot. Jaden Nutt.
And he had the ball, we needed it.
How about that right there? The defensive Omier just took it away. Stole the ball from Davion Allen. 3 left corner, no good by Edgecombe. Norchad Omier. They get a 5-2 run by Arlington Baptist with a couple of buckets and the free throw. Edgecombe 3 left corner shot is no good. Final 7 seconds now of the first half. Rob Wright, layup, no good. Follow, no good. And there's the halftime buzzer. Who was that with that follow done?
And then finished the pre-Christmas slate with double-digit scoring.
Wow.
They need more of that from him.
He's got the turnover in the back.
And allow his teammates to pick it up and have another chance to score.
There's rebound number 16 on the night by Omier. Edgecombe, runner, no. Ojanwuna went for the putback.
Got to guard him in the low post, and he's more than just a screener and offensive rebounder. It's going to help this offense a ton.
Edgecombe the steal and the lay-in for the bucket.
What his team to do is push it up the floor, take some risk defensively, put pressure on the offense, and create some opportunities to score at the other end.
How about Edgecombe came out of the halftime locker room with a purpose here in the second half. At 51-28 at halftime, and now the lead is 81-10.
First half turnovers, and that's given them most of the offense that they've been able to muster in this game.
Edgecombe runner, no good, left it on the left side of the rim.
Driving into the lanes, forcing help, kicking, knocking down shots. That's how they got this lead so far.
We've yet to see a miss from beyond the arc. That one too strong from Edgecombe. 5 to shoot. Bladen underneath the extra pivot. Lost the ball. Another turnover. Omier pushing it out. Edgecombe with the flush. He missed the game against you.
Now we saw him put the ball on the ground, get to the rim. We're seeing the versatility in his game.
The freshman Edgecombe takes it himself, looking to draw the contact. Comes away empty-handed. Alumni on this Baylor team. His big brother, Kajana, former Baylor Bear. And the Bears turnover and a quick response. It's VJ. Baylor 12 assists on their 17 makes. It's another three-pointer for Edgecombe. Right to Edgecombe. Forget the future of the program. They're the
necessarily have to be the home run play, but he just makes the right decision.
Former Pennsylvania High School Gatorade Player of the Year. Edgecombe looking to match his career in three-pointers made. Still stuck on 2 for the moment. Chris Fields with the finish above the rim. And quickly reclaiming those 2 points, Norchad Omier. By the way, Baylor's defense, 16 steals today. That is a new season high. Edgecombe couldn't get that one to go. Second chance opportunity for Baylor. Tim played at Wisconsin Green Bay, but in high school was teammates with Glenn Rice and Andre Rison. Rison, of course, would opt for the NFL. Offensive put. Love kick out to none. Up slam for Edgecombe.
Oh my goodness.
The paint rolls out, boarded by none.
Look at Keon. Look at Omier. He still doesn't look right, Carter. He's still grabbing his eye a little bit, blinking.
Madden has only one shot. Now it's swatted. Edgecombe the run out. Look out! DJ end to end. Beats Omier on the post. Ojanwuna off the bounce, cut off. So the triple on the edge. Edgecombe misses, just the second miss for Christian. They're now in the bonus. Edgecombe spins out as the only 2 missed threes of the game for Baylor. Love, shot fake. Omier shot fake. And now Edgecombe off the window.
Out of bounds.
DeGrew loses it. Here's Edgecombe in the open court. Edgecombe switches and finishes with the right. Hubbard wasn't going to give up the dunk. Up there for Baylor, Ojamwana is playing with 4 personal fouls right now. Right trap, gives it up. Edgecombe, left it short. Hunter Jack Madden the rebound.
Iowa State, Kansas.
Edgecombe gets a steal. Edgecombe switches and finishes. Oh my goodness, mid-air switch. 3 for Abilene Christian. Edgecombe, 2 hands, the left and the right this time.
4 on the season, coming off a big win over Tulane. Pat, you know, in the city of New Orleans, that's got to be a big win for these private teams.
It's a big game, and they needed it badly. Edgecombe with the 3 won't go, but you're right, John.
Rob Wright runs the rebound the other way. Edgecombe, nice to the bucket. That'll be a goaltending call. Looked good, MJ.
This guy is 0 for 3 in the game, White, and he shoots more field goal attempts, almost double the number of field goal attempts as any other New Orleans player.
Edgecombe firing a 3. It's a little bit long. Rebounded on the backside. Just again into the paint. Pull-up jumper is no good. O'Meara, another rebound. Outlet to Jaden Nunn. Dishes it to Edgecombe, slicing in, and he leaves it just short.
Yeah, did everything on the outside, and you sometimes get a little bit confused when they talk about the draft picks, because there you see his talent. Gliding to the basket, going strong, and exploding to the rim.
Edgecombe, watched by Lanier. Puts it on the deck. Jump shot on the way. Taken by Dubar.
He missed that one, but
Baylor 7 of 25, 28% from the field. Edgecombe raises up and uses the window for 2.
Yeah, that's what the pro scouts like.
Of an alley-oop in the first half from Zakai Ziegler. Set up Felix Okpara for the jam. Edgecombe, circus shot, missed it. Ojamwana grabs the second effort. Lob it to the big fella again. This time Baylor breaks it up. Open corner pocket 3, and Edgecombe hits.
That's what destroys you.
15 second chance points for Tennessee tonight. Edgecombe lets another one go. This one's off the side of the iron. O'Meara drives it. In a crowd, no look pass. Edgecombe on target from long range.
Of 16, whatever each, they're close. They're right there.
Edgecombe hangs, missed it off the glass, rips it away from Milicic, and a finger roll finish.
Strong play. Milicic team is successful. All those individual awards kind of fall in place because of the team success. I mean,
Edgecombe with an athletic finish.
Yeah, plays like that will get him noticed, definitely.
10 minutes left in this title game. Tennessee has been in control from the jump. Edgecombe misses the straightaway look.
Strength, and went up with the soft touch.
11 points off the bench for Cade Phillips. Edgecombe, giant steps down the lane, and a kiss off the glass.
Finish without fouling, keep that clock running. Meshack kind of gambling all over the place. Get in there. Oh.
Would have given him 20 on the night. Interesting, but continued to play hard until these final moments. 90 seconds left. Edgecombe stays with it, but it swirls off. Now he tries to take it away from Phillip. Roach splits the defense. Out to Edgecombe for 3.
Nice. All former Kentucky coaches.
Don Daly, Lamar Simpson, Lucas Santos, your officials tonight. As the Bears have the first possession, Edgecombe left alone. It bangs off the heel. Here comes Smith for steals the most at home with St. John's and Rick Pitino. Was at Utah last year, Mississippi State, Georgia Tech prior. Edgecombe goes up and under, high off the glass. O'Meara keeps it alive underneath. Put back. Roach finds right. Here's Edgecombe setting his feet and missing from distance.
Again, just relying.
Have a chance when this game hits the stretch run.
The other thing Baylor's got to do is when they set high picks and St. John's is switching, they got to take advantage of those mismatches and let the big man go down low and post up the guard.
Mr. Spot is now speaking to him to troop him out to see how we could there goes our boy.
And Virginia fans are here, but this resort, it is top notch. I think fans of any college basketball team would be lucky to come on here. And maybe BJ Edgecombe just needed to get you on the mic to get 3 of those tonight. Big make for the Johnnies to stretch this lead to 4. Edgecombe glides inside O'Meara. That's what he's been doing the entire second half.
Yep.
Celestine lets it fly. This one misses off the heel. Edgefor had it for a moment. Edgecombe takes it back and misses the layup. And a foul underneath. Scott picks up the freshman Edgecombe.
A lot of confidence by the freshman.
The freshman from the Bahamas. Teardrop too strong. Edgefor to the floor. On a bounce pass to Jeremy Roach. Time winding down with 4 seconds, with 3, with 2. None. Touch pass. Edgecombe for the win. No good. Overtime in the Bahamas.
Got good form.
You could teach a clinic on how to shoot a free throw. Edgecombe downhill and a clean block.
Oh, Lewis might hit his hammer in.
Edgecombe is limp. Smith races around none and he rips it away.
That's a tough play. That looked like a foul.
Edgecombe skies for the flush. And he's limping again. Clears the area. Spins around. Edgecombe with 3 to shoot. Corkscrews, hangs, missed it. Edgefor the rebound inside of a minute.
Give Smith credit too. Again, his speed showing up to get to that ball and finish.
Davon Smith with the bucket for St. John's. Second chance, and that's BJ Edgecombe pulling Mir the handoff to Roach. Bobbling the basketball down to 10 seconds. Edgecombe with 8 has to hoist the contested 3, and he puts it in.
St. John's did an excellent job.
Back at Tarleton, preseason all WAC, but not available for this game. Edgecombe 3, and he rattles it in.
And that
first half is tied his career high. We'll have a chance for some more, no doubt. Bears run it the other way. There's Edgecombe. The finish on the assist by Rob Wright.
In transition, we see.
And a 40-0 record last year.
Yeah, that Plano East team was no
How
joke.
about that?
Yeah, I saw that firsthand. That Plano East team is no joke. That was one of the best teams ever in the state of Texas. This many injuries in a season, especially this early, J-Mo, is unheard of.
Bears put the ball back in play. Edgecombe a 3, right corner, rims out. Shot no good.
Like that. I don't know if you necessarily, I mean, of course you want to win, J-Mo, but I don't know, like me personally, I didn't expect Baylor to go in and win that game, right? You're playing at Gonzaga, who is a
point Baylor lead. There's a block shot by O'Meara. Keeps the ball in play. Up to Roach. The alley-oop, oh my! On the fast break, the alley-oop. BJ.
Of Tarleton, I think that they're being a smaller team. You either want to slow the game down or try to put pressure and speed it up.
Anchor by Edgecombe, shot no good, whistle it. Edgecombe tips it away. Oh, he dunks it at the other end. And a foul. Martinez misfires from 3-point range. Edgecombe a 3, it's no good. Benjamin the rebound to Edgecombe. BJ Edgecombe, 3 assists already here in the first half. For that guy, there's a 3 by Edgecombe, and he buries it. Starting to say he can do it all. 3 by Hammonds, that one is no good. Everyone that has played for Baylor has scored here in the first half. Edgecombe's 3 is no good. John will to Edgecombe. 13 to shoot for the Bears. We lead it by 13. Edgecombe will drive. Look at that silky smooth drive for the lay-in by BJ Edgecombe.
The lead manageable. It's at 13 now, 9.5 to play in the half. They just want to be in striking distance by halftime.
Wow, there's Edgecombe again. Working some magic on the perimeter, has the ball knocked out of bounds. Corner for three. That three is off the mark by Wilkerson. Rebound Bears. Push the tempo again. Edgecombe the finish with the lay-in.
You can see the defense go at him, and by the time shape to get it, the ball probably still in the cylinder when he got his hands on it. Sam Houston back in that.
Wow, look at that alley-oop. That was Jaden Nunn to VJ Edgecombe. Year on the road, they'll play at home for the first time November 21st against Trinity. Bears put it back in play. Edgecombe for three. Too strong, no good. Rebound Finister. But the backside, the Allison Development Center was still under construction. So now really this game tonight, first game in Foster Pavilion history with every
ball. He is dangerous. He's almost unguardable when he's making threes.
That's a season high for Nunn with 17. Whoa, man! Oh, man! What a follow by VJ Edgecombe.
Player, really good player. Had time in the NBA, and just to have him back, part of the fold is great.
Wow! Another alley-oop and a flush by VJ.
Kansas, Michigan State at 6:30. Then Kentucky Duke Tuesday on ESPN.
Much of this game, there is none from deep at your team. And because of that, we can't truthfully judge Baylor until probably the middle of December. Brazil. It's not doing anything but staying in that zone so far. Right on the kick out, Edgecombe. And his Boogie Flan says, get off me. You know they won in this first half. Edgecombe thought about it, now will hoist it. And they left that one short. Up ahead of the pack, Billy Rick. Commit followed Cal to Arkansas. DJ Edgecombe, Richmond trying to run it down. But Edgecombe soaring through the air for two more. Now Arkansas wants to play this game fast. And with a limited bench, Baylor wants to slow things down. There is Edgecombe, short. A tough board by O'Meara, but he to Knox, adjusting midair. But Edgecombe trying to push the pace for Baylor. Throwing it up off the mark. Under a minute to play in this first half. Wright will settle down the offense, calling for the high ball screen. Edgecombe, he looks pretty good to me. I'd say he's ready to right. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Edgecombe. In the middle between Baylor and Arkansas fans. Arkansas, they are blitzing everything right now. Corner pocket off the mark. As Flan rips it down. Roach with the kick out. He finds none in the corner. Offensive rebound, no good. Avicic cleans the glass. Nunn, with all the quickness, puts on the brakes. And don't foul now. 2 seconds. Edgecombe. As DJ Wagner pulls it away.
Baylor, Jaden Nunn launches a deep three. And the long rebound tip free. There is Edgecombe with it for Baylor. The reverse. Left it short on the offensive glass. And a foul will get North. Baylor without a key piece tonight. They will not have Langston Love. He's still slow coming back from an ankle injury, which bothered him toward the end of last year.
Able to stay on the court, okay? Like we just talked about that before. When you look at the likes of Graham Ike, who's on the court and not in foul trouble. Jeremy Roach to continue to drag him on ball screens and try to draw that second.
Robert Wright III, the freshman from Wilmington, Delaware. And a three is missed by VJ Edgecombe. And ask John Shire.
Yeah, I heard Don Staley today, head coach for South Carolina, talk about players learning how to be uncomfortable in possession. Biggest thing for him is to stay out of foul trouble and to stay on the court.
DJ Edgecombe flies through the lane and gets the roll in the first college points.
Missed him.
The offensive rebound, Edgecombe is slotted by Caleb Battle. For the kick out. Caleb Battle. And the long rebound, VJ Edgecombe counters back the other way, 1-on-2. Off balance to the basket, left it short, and Scott Drew wanted a call. Michael Ajayi clears it for Gonzaga. Go. And the rebound batted around, and it's Ike. The roof off this place if Joe Hughes scores. And a steal for Joshua Jonwinna. Wow! VJ Edgecombe, my goodness. That's Robert Wright, the scoop. And the rebound tipped out, ripped out by VJ Edgecombe, and a foul on Kerwin Walton of the Red Raiders, including winning at Houston, at BYU, and at Kansas. A 3 short from Kevin Overton.
They're quickly becoming the equivalent for 3-point shots here in the Big 12 tournament. You get a 3, and you get a 3.
VJ Edgecombe missing 2 right at the rim. And it's ripped down by Darian Williams.
Very much so in danger this evening.
VJ Edgecombe gets loose. And the rebound tipped out, and Baylor controls.
It looks like Williams was working his way back up the bench.
Edgecombe the rebound, but he traveled, and it goes right back to Texas.
You give that up there. You have a mismatch of Roach on Williams.
JT Toppin rattles out the rebound. VJ Edgecombe for Baylor. They nearly turned it
for 3 inside yard.
VJ Edgecombe to the basket, and with the left hand rattles out. Norchad Omier keeps it alive. Jaden Nunn, 3.
Where they need that.
The rebound. Here comes K-State. Coleman Hawkins. Off balance, and the rebound, VJ Edgecombe, and a foul on Kansas State.
Look at Norchad Omier. He is bent over.
Pull up by Roach. And the rebound tipped, grabbed by Baylor, and pulled out by VJ Edgecombe. On the reload, a 3, too strong from Rupp.
They've got a couple more Norchad Omiers. There'll be a couple more.
Max Jones missing a 3, and there's VJ Edgecombe ripping it down for Baylor. And Omier started. Wes Miller's team desperately needed. K-State desperately needs to get back into this game, but that won't help Doug McDaniel to miss.
Do you see the difference in quality of shot, Roxy? I mean, it's just St. Mary's, one of the best teams in the country at valuing the ball, turned it over 18 times. Took a loss.
VJ Edgecombe hustling for the offensive rebound.
You mentioned the numbers for Kansas State. How about the numbers for Baylor, though? The balance that you're seeing. 18 for 9. 50.
Miss to the front end of the 1-and-1, and K-State launching a 3. And the miss from Brendan Hassan. And Baylor pulls it down inside 90 seconds. Corner, short on the 3. Gasson saves it again. Brendan Hassan launching. Had a good look. The rebound, VJ Edgecombe. And we have a whistle with 55-6. Player of the game, Jaden Nunn off the bench leading Baylor. He had 18, VJ Edgecombe 19, but Nunn was the one that really got him going. 4 of 6 from 3. Here is Juwan Roberts moving in. Roberts left it short. The rebound ripped down by VJ Edgecombe.
And just do the look away while he does it.
Pull-up jumper at the foul line. Rattles out for Malik Wilson. VJ Edgecombe.
He's been a quiet. They've spaced the floor with multiple shooters at all times.
Norchad Omier missing a 3. The offensive rebound, but VJ Edgecombe missing the putback. And the rebound on the drive. Kept alive by Edgecombe, but he fired it right at Joseph Tugler. Inside 10 to shoot for LJ Cryer. Step back three. And the rebound, Edgecombe for Baylor. He looks to attack. BJ.
Now they got numbers with Reynolds trailing the play. Celestine three. Went off the heel in the corner. Edgecombe. And they're able to, from Wenzel, helps create a steal.
Spacing by Baylor was bad on offense. Somebody has to cut.
A short three and a quick shot there from Brendan Wenzel. Edgecombe from the corner. Able to get his own miss. Another three. That one off the mark from Roach. Another offensive rebound.
Man, look at the pursuit of the basket.
Conference play. In game 19 of the 20-game regular season. In and out on the three attempt by Reynolds. No second chance opportunity this time for the Frogs. Diallo dribbles, it's down to three. White's going to be the one to put it up. He gets it off in time. And a long outlet pass to Roach. Under 8 minutes to go. Spin move by Reynolds goes to that left hand and rolls off the rim. Edgecombe on the run out. He has Roach on the near side. % lock in the NCAA tournament. Right. Off the front rim, and Edgecombe rebound. Boy, the offensive rebounding really for both teams tonight.
Off of this three-game slide. They haven't lost 4 games in a row since the 07-08 season.
Jennings weaving through traffic. What a defensive effort by Norchad O'Meara. Here's Wright, wants the three. Out quick to Edgecombe. To Roach. Too strong. Edgecombe with the rebound. Great ball movement, corner three, and that is how it's done. Jaden,
your guard, throw it up there for you, and you finish it all in one motion above the rim.
So Baylor got O'Meara on the board, tried to throw it down. Can they get Edgecombe going? This is the three by Roach. They got one tonight. This is that. Tough look for Wright going high off the glass. Push pass. Got it back. Chi Avery, this is what he does, and quite frankly, sometimes it drives his head coach absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, because there's no need for that one right there, right? You're up 8. Why
second half of the visiting team. Here we go. Cupcakes!
Well, listen, Homer Drew stole my Snickers bar, so they better send a couple of those cups thus far.
Edgecombe, who's freshman running mate, Robert Wright, who carried the Bears offensively in the first half. Edgecombe flies in with a great effort. But here's Keller. Polk's got to run. This on their first-year head coach, Steve Lutz. Here's Usman, and that's really the biggest factor in this game for Oklahoma State. Usman didn't have the chance to be a factor because
last game specifically against TCU, he's more known as a three-point shooter, but the game against TCU, he did a tremendous job putting the ball on the floor and actually making plays. And we saw it once again. You close out too hard, he can.
Tough fadeaway, and can't rim it down. O'Meara fighting for the board. Reed tapped it. It's Edgecombe. Almost picked by Skillings. Ensure everybody knows, in case they forgot. He's still the man. Here's Mitchell. 5-point Cincinnati lead. 4.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes to play. Lukosius reloads. Baylor can tie or take the lead in Fifth Third Arena. James probing. Here comes Edgecombe. Step through.
Here. I heard they need a quarterback. Yeah, Shedeur might go top 3. Speaking of threes, Ronson can't hit, but that is what Edgecombe does. Throwing ahead to O'Meara.
Situation right there, 1 against 2. You might want to see him attack.
Roach can score at all 3 levels. Can't hit that 3 there. 7th offensive board for Baylor. Thanks to Edgecombe, we'll take a trip for the Cougs. Baylor has them last. Roach in transition, too strong. Another offensive rebound. Love trying to cash in. Baylor. Jeremy Roach, 11 points in the second half himself. Roach, clock is at 5. Did that take too long? Edgecombe off the miss, rams it home.
Little rebounds. Bryant Ball fake into the paint, a little bit strong. Edgecombe swoops in for the board. Here's the freshman at the basket. And Love, jumper, off the mark. Here's Edgecombe. Edgecombe, full head of steam. And Lewis will try. Had a great look at it. Edgecombe.
Sit on this near side. Go check. Okani. Javon Small has really played the facilitator. Javon Small back to work. Still hasn't attempted a shot. Doesn't have an assist in this game either.
With Celestine at the 5, he can pop to the top of the key and knock down that jumper like we just saw.
Powell. Quick fire three, no good. Edgecombe pushing the tempo again. Almost gave it away. Yesufu, left hand, falls off. Offensive rebound, almost. It's Edgecombe on the ground. Great hustle play. Love. Roach downhill. No, the putback by Edgecombe. Per game in 9 minutes per game as a freshman at East Carolina. Year 2, he jumps up to 16 points per game, but his season ends early with a leg injury. Oklahoma State last year, and then the other direction. Small, downhill, hands off for Okani, who slipped. It's Baylor. One of the best players in the country with it. Small. Across for Powell. Tough pass and misses. Now they've got a foul.
On the kick out from Christian Anderson. Pass deflected, loose ball, tracked down by Baylor. Here goes VJ Edgecombe, but then he lost the handle, and it goes out of bounds to the Red Raiders.
He tried to take off. Like it looks like Williams was working his way back up the bench.
Edgecombe the rebound, but he traveled, and it goes right back to Texas Tech.
Roxy, one of Scott Drew's former assistants, is defining roles and understanding what those roles require of you every single game.
Kansas State forces a turnover in the first half. Again, a win by Baylor. They will be the 6th seed in Kansas City. Will play on Wednesday. A steal running out. LJ Pryor denied by VJ. Point lead for the Houston Cougars. And off the ball, a foul on VJ Edgecombe. And Emmanuel Sharp on the drive. Kept alive by Edgecombe, but he fired it right at Joseph Tugler.
Edgecombe skip. Wright kicks it back. Edgecombe couldn't quite get the handle on the pass and loses it out of bounds.
You know, one thing, Mark, Uday that
ways, and they getting buckets for his team. They're up by 10 points, the largest lead of the night. Baseline feed through the hands of Wright. It was freshman trying to set up the other freshman. But you're right, Arturo Dean's second game. Their points from the free throw line. That's number 6 in D1 basketball. High pass. Celestine stepped out.
Unforced error. Edgecombe trying to make those long passes. That's not
pass from is key to the success of the post player actually catching it.
Lob O'Meara, tapped away by Thomas. Bandego draws a foul to boot. The first on O'Meara.
Topside defender to help. And he knocked it down when he threw it to Jizzle for the 3.
And a turnover by Edgecombe, the 6th of the half for Baylor.
Let's take a straight win at home this afternoon in front of a real nice crowd here at the CU Event Center. Lob for O'Meara, knocked away.
And they have to be a concern for Scott Drew, that open court game.
Townsend able to corral it, and then the foul on Celestine. Baylor down 2.
Oh boy.
And a turnover.
Yeah,
miscommunication there. They saw
with this, it's one thing. You had to promise that you'll go to college. Education was a very big deal to them. How did he get to Real Madrid, and why was that the team? Well, back when he was a youngster, his Estonian team played Real Madrid.
By Omir, and they'll try to create some mismatches if they can.
Edgecombe pass intercepted by Sharp. Here's Cryer, the former Baylor Bear.
Said after the game he thought it was a serious issue, but LJ Cryer said it's just a pain threshold. Play through it, but you can see when he's coming up and down the court.
Roberts a steal. Toss up ahead. Right, tosses back. Edgecombe at the basket.
He's got to shoot that. Can't get hung up in the air that way.
Cryer hesitates.
He dropped 26 off the bench.
Edgecombe lost the handle, ripped away by Uzan. Turnover. And it'll be Houston basketball. Baylor. And Harris turns it right back. Edgecombe, man, he is fast.
Look at that.
Harris takes it right back from him. And then a foul called on
teaching me something and teaching me, giving me a different way to think about the game.
It's a turnover. Ojanwuna couldn't haul it in, and now Baker pushes.
BYU played Cincinnati. BYU got the lead a little bit, and then they just turned up and created that separation, that 20, 30-point separation. But Baylor has done a good job of withstanding the runs.
Madsen, three, way off the mark, and Edgecombe way up high. He also averages 5 rebounds a game. Not a great pass this time, though. And then a collision. That'll be a foul against Omir. Madsen, one twin brother to another, and then back to his twin. Stolen away by Edgecombe. Pass was deflected.
He's got to bounce past that. You fake high and you skip it down low to your guard.
The lead is single digits for Baylor. Final minute of this first half. Double team, stolen away. Loner outlets it, and Edgecombe got back and knocked it out of bounds. Screen, too strong, long rebound. Edgecombe has it. It's Edgecombe against the entire Utah team. He had it poked away.
Where are you going, though? That's a travel. That's a travel.
Didn't call it. Clayton walk at midcourt. Edgecombe, nice bounce pass, and the big man, Ojanwuna, just fumbled it. That was right there. I think that.
And he was looking for a whistle. Edgecombe looked out with the speed burst, had it stripped going up by C.J. Jones.
Virginia and Cincinnati. Shot clock under 10 here. Edgecombe. And there they go in possession arrow. Indeed they will. And it'll go, not a team normally that knocks down a lot of three-pointers. It's not a particularly good three-point shooting team. Out of bounds, Edgecombe lost it.
Also, you're talking about a guy, they started that shoots 28%. And for me, having a chance to call my first game here and the performance that they're having right now, and the way Tommy Lloyd continues to take the program to the next iteration of itself.
Has been in control since since the early portion of the first half. Kick up ahead, Love, none, Euro second half, and yet they're still down 20. There's another steal. It's gotten a little sloppy for Arizona. None, Edgecombe weaving, good hands there. That was the freshman Carter Bryant.
Oh, great hands.
Clayton's and ripped away by Edgecombe. Clayton's had a great opportunity to score there. Contact inside, it's a charge. Chucky. Digits.
Right now you see the full court press, and they get the turnover.
Freeman again.
Freeman, take the 2 and set your defense. It's a 2-possession game. Tons of time left. And there's a travel.
Wow.
By the freshman.
Roach controls just inside the timeline where he's met by Jizzle James. Edgecombe trying to get the entry pass down to Omir. Turnover.
You hustle, you play.
Milan has hit 2 big threes. The lead's 8. Edgecombe all wrapped up and he walked.
A little bit of a break. But Chatfield may have gotten it, but we talked.
Seeing his first burn, misses the shot. And another freshman, Edgecombe. Lost it. Wallin took it away. Edgecombe. Out of bounds, it'll be Utah basketball.
Knows what he's doing. 31 years now as a coach. One of the great players in Southwest Conference history.
What'd he tell us? He's also the golf coach, the men's golf coach at Arlington.
He had a game against Virginia Leesburg where he knocked down all 6 of his 3-pointers. And Norfolk State looking to chip away with a buzzer beater. Will not go for Brian Moore. But what?
You know, this kid been playing on the Italian national team, you know, for years, dating back to when he was 15 years old. So he's got a lot of international experience.
Williams steals it, and then Love reaches in for the foul.
Points off turnovers, very important.
Edgecombe coming back from the hamstring injury, turns it over. And kept it alive. Wildcat basketball, no reset of the shot clock. Williams misses in tight. Edgecombe then loses it out of bounds.
But boy, they totally miss Hunter Jack, man.
His biggest adjustment has been just learning how to play defense in the Rick Barnes system. But Coach Barnes wants him to be aggressive shooting the ball because, as you can see, he's a very good shooter.
Already Baylor's third.
About 2,000 fans, so it's a great night.
Yeah, I mean, I remember this thing just a couple years ago. You didn't need this much seating.
No, you're right.
But
you're right.
You're hard-pressed to find an open seat in this arena. What? And close to a triple-double last week at home against Sam Houston. Was just 3 assists shy. There's a steal for Wiltshire, and Wiltshire has his pocket picked by Roach at Seton Hall last season. Edgecombe, a couple of crossovers. Tried to sneak it across the lane, and Richmond has the leather larceny for St. John's.
Away. So you got to go to the basket if you're going. Grab yourself with 2 feet, gather your balance, and go strong. Make the official call the foul if there is contact.
Here comes Zuby with
It's because you're kind of old school there, throwing it down to the low post, and the defense didn't react. They didn't take it away by doubling, just let him go one-on-one. He scored.
And Ejiofor altering that shot from Edgecombe.
Martinez, a redshirt freshman from El Paso. And a guy who didn't play a single minute last year. Certainly has had his minutes. VJ Edgecombe drops it inbounds to Josh Ojonwuna. Back to Edgecombe. Try to get it to Jeremy Roach, but out of bounds. Turnover, Bears is the score. Celestine for 3, left corner, no good. Look at Edgecombe. That wingspan to grab the rebound. Try to save it inbounds, starts the break the other way, and ends. Roach gives to Edgecombe, left wing. Edgecombe drives, lost the handle, taken the other way by Izzy Miles. Oh, Miles, nice move.
This will step into one. Thiero picks off the pass.
He's seconds in.
Good slip.
And it's still, here come the Zags. Nolan Hickman leads the break. Ben Gregg is clocked.
Make the game simple and put the ball on the platter for the bigs or other guards is critical. And if they can't do it that way, they have to do it with their defense and force turnovers.
Backcourt violation. Gonzaga forces a turnover. Baylor make a push here at the start of the second half. These first 3-4 minutes are going to be key. And a turnover.
Got AK trailing.
Season in Lubbock back on February 4th, just over a month ago. And Chance McMillan led the way for Texas Tech with 19, hitting 5 threes as Norchad Omier doing work inside.
I mean, it's something that's drilled every single day in practice. Like, no coach is like, hey, when someone takes a jump shot, go right after him.
Norchad Omier gathers and scores underneath.
To score wherever he is on the floor. Look out.
Norchad Omier off the lob.
They vacated miscommunication defensively. 3% of their shots from beyond the arc they've hit already. Rebounding would help, though.
11 of 15 from 3. And Baylor from long range, a second 3 for the
percent that they're going to be in the field.
Back to a double-digit lead for Texas Tech. Norchad Omier, the step through and the power move by Norchad Omier. A season-high back, and it's ripped away by VJ Edgecombe from JT Toppin. Jaden Nunn, 3.
Well, that's the guy that you can go from the outside. We saw it last night.
VJ Edgecombe to the basket, and with the left hand, rattles out. Norchad Omier keeps it alive. Jaden Nunn, 3.
Boy, they need that. Nunn has been struggling from 3.
Connections between these two programs, and not just the head coaches.
Good pin and seal.
Norchad Omier, the slam.
How about that one? Beautiful entry pass by
VJ Edgecombe breaks it up.
Yeah, he stiffed that one out.
Paid attention to the scatter report. Norchad Omier.
So that's the question for VJ Edgecombe at the next level is
in Houston.
Turnovers, offensive rebound do that. When you get out, Houston makes a living getting 15 to 20 shots more than their opponent.
Norchad Omier, a 3 to get the...
Can't let Mark Sears get to his left hand downhill like that. Great game, 93-91, your final score.
After Janai Broom had that big 3 to tie it, Jaden Nunn, the jumper for Baylor.
They do tend to switch a lot, but Posey was the original matchup on Edgecombe. I like that matchup right there.
BJ finds Celestine. Celestine scores. So it's Jalen Celestine with the game's first bucket. And baskets for the two teams have been assisted. That's a Roach 3. Jeremy just in the game. And Jeremy Roach, who's coming off a terrific game off the bench.
His energy. When you talk to TCU, when you talk to that coaching staff, he says this team thrives and they go as Ernest Uday goes.
Robert Wright just threaded his way.
Edgecombe going. This is the 3 by Roach. We got one tonight. This is that. Tough look for Wright going high off the glass. One at the whistle, doesn't get it, but gets 2.
Yeah.
And Baylor leads for the first time.
Well, that was impressive. He got that ball.
Edgecombe had it knocked loose by James. Roach rims down a pull-up, and he's saying, keep feeding me. Omier goes right to work on Simas Lukosius. And
DJ Edgecombe's responsibility, and his only responsibility, is to keep Dylan Mitchell off the offensive glass.
Inside to Omier, who's now scored the last 3 Baylor buckets. And the Bears can...
Wide open dials from deep. Offensive rebound for the Bears. They are efficient on the offensive glass thanks to this guy with the basketball. Another offensive board for Omier. Finds Rob Wright. Edgecombe cleans the offensive glass. Second opportunity for Baylor. Make it 3 and cash in a 3 for Love. 7 seconds left. Edgecombe maybe didn't get the message. Now he does. Here's Love. Butter. Baylor will go into the half with a 2-point advantage.
If you're Edgecombe, you have to forget about the misses. If you get an open 3, you pull the trigger.
Down low, VJ Edgecombe. Omier. Baylor hasn't scored in over 2 minutes. Omier back in the game, gliding to the hole after a quick step.
Know your team, your limited players. Right now for Baylor, the guards look tired. The big number 15 looks like he could go another 40 minutes.
Roach wide open. Answers Yakimovsky with the tray of his own. Big mistake for Ronci. Celestine going to try to take advantage. Rolls around and down. And all of a sudden,
there's only one defender on the baseline, and Celestine that time didn't drop deep enough from his wing spot. Nice.
Omier rolls it home. They're up by 8. Largest lead of the game for the Cats. Love tries to answer and does.
Be in for a long night.
Hasn't shot it great from 3, but that's a good sign
for O'Connie. Long step by Edgecombe out to his freshman running mate, Robert Wright, who was in the gym early this morning.
Do it on time, on target. Set his teammate up for success. Javon Small, so good at dishing the ball.
Celestine with the answer. Nunn, baseline. Edgecombe, extra pass to Wright. Oh, what a move by Robert Wright.
And Chucky Wild would be special. He can really play. Really good feel for the game, especially at his size. Would have definitely helped this West Virginia team on the offensive end.
Into Omier, got the seal on Hansberry and lays it up and in.
As good as he is at picking and popping and creating advantage on the offensive side, defensively, they have to lock in and block out.
Celestine! Big spinning. Has a good matchup. Waves off Celestine. Trying to go to Omier. Now Rob Wright. Inside. Long stride. What a finish by Rob Wright.
His change of...
The lead is 10 for the Cougs. Langston Love. Got it. Now Love, who had off-season.
There's a rumor we might be in SEC country in a couple weeks, John. I wouldn't mind that. There you go.
Feed inside. Norchad Omier, the stuff.
Kelvin's not going to like that because...
And Lawrence. Edgecombe. Omier for straight on, and he buries it, and all of a sudden it's down to 10. Blowout. Omier bullies his way to the basket of the stuff.
In Texas. Oh, yeah. This is his spot, BJ. Here's Edgecombe. It was the left ankle. He rolled. Still has the vision. Throw down. Ojanwana. Opener for the Knights as their best one on the schedule, as well as going on the road to Texas Tech and beating Grant McCaslin's squad in their first Big 12 game. Welcome back, Langston. Here's Edgecombe. Foul in first half, picked up number 2 and number 3 in about a 1-minute span. As Langston Love, his first action since the Big 12 opener against. This is a good matchup for him. Got to look to be aggressive. Oh, got the big on you. What did you want right there? I want to see him break him down and get to the rim. But you'll take that too. Wow, Norchad Omier making it look easy. I need to know. America needs to know. I don't recall. I have selective memory now. Norchad Omier, righty hook, beautiful. And Omier is up to 12 points. Recent ESPN.com mock draft. As Edgecombe going number 4 overall. The vision! Get off me, young man! Says Norchad Omier.
Make shots. And so far, he's providing that.
Edgecombe picks up the dribble. Good luck inside. Ojan with a deep position on KJ Adams in the bucket.
Took his time.
NBA scouts love him and think he's definitely a first-round draft pick.
Top 40 on Gavoni's board as well. Edgecombe, the drop-off for Norchad Omier.
DJ Edgecombe able to knife.
Again against Baylor.
And this BYU zone is very reminiscent to, which is not the same level, but very reminiscent to the Syracuse zones. And that's a great pass right there by BJ Edgecombe. But when I say it's very reminiscent, this Baylor defense gets to the next level if his backside vertical contest get better. They need better rim protection.
Well, they're down by 13, biggest deficit, but Omier sticks a 3.
And that's
some possession game right here. Against the zone. Edgecombe. Drop off Ojanwana.
That's a great drop right there.
10 to shoot for Baylor, down 4. A screen for Wright. Edgecombe stepped into it. Wright rises. Buries it. Big time answer from the freshman.
This game was all maroon and done. Oh, the second half deep.
Edgecombe passes, great look for his big man Ojanwana.
Really smart. They go to a drop.
Momentum here before half.
A little 2-for-1 here to close out this first half. Edgecombe. And Omier knocks down the 3.
That is a huge.
Edgecombe has had a hot hand. Kick out. Celestine got it. Baylor takes the lead. So Celestine wide open. Count it. The man of Hawkins, 777s tonight. Celestine, mid-range jumper. He's got 2 more, up to 18 points.
Tough 3 off the mark. Here comes Edgecombe.
Nice pass back. See that ball movement.
Roach, top of the key. He's got another 3.
That's good basketball. Jeremy Roach is better off with Jamie Dixon right now because they played so poorly in the first half and are still hanging around. That's nice.
How about O'Meara from close range? He leads all scorers with 30. Nice feed, Edgecombe to Ojanwuna.
Boy, great vision by VJ. He came off that. See, he's got the big guy on him again. Take him.
Here's Nunn, baseline.
Nice.
Tough 2.
Junkyard Dog coming off the.
Shooting north of 55%. Good look inside, and Ojanwuna with the deuce, and that's his first 2 points of the ball. Ojanwuna the rebound. Baylor the other way. Roach up ahead. Edgecombe back to Roach. Mid-range, got it.
That's when Baylor, I feel like they're at their best, is when
Arizona State, we talked about the tempo. How they start this game is going to be huge. There you see him doubling the post. Quick swing, right, hits the triple. Solid offense right there.
Every time they've gotten on their feet, it's been Baylor and a lot of times VJ Edgecombe. That time it's O'Meara from VJ Edgecombe. What? Kicks it out, Roach, pull up, hits it. Big shot from Jeremy Roach.
That was Roach with the basket. And with the steal, Edgecombe to Rob Wright. The freshman glides to 2.
These are inexcusable turnovers for Cincinnati. I mean, that's
Edgecombe on the left wing. Oh, beautiful! Up and down, and thunder comes down for Ojanwuna.
Good look. Roach, good hands by Gilbert. Ojanwuna, and he's fouled. I think it's the second on Chatfish that always wanted to be a Cyclone. Look at the help converge and then get back on your guy. Roach, pretty drive. That's what you got to do. Closeouts, put it on the deck. Roach's leadership in the lane, get a touch, find some people. Same play, nice pass this time. Edgecombe, Ojanwuna. That's it. Put your mark on the game a little bit.
But Lipsey, Gilbert, and Jones off the bench, 17 points for him a game. That's really high level. That's another 3 that Roach steps in and hits.
He's got a great attitude.
With it for Baylor.
Utah never got into anything. Give Baylor credit. You know, they've had some active hands, and they've taken Utah out of what they want to get into.
Celestine the 3. Here gets cupcakes. Not so fast. Here's O'Meara left alone. Got to live with that.
Utah in a triangle and 2s.
Matson knocked away at the other end. Do we have another highlight? Yes, we do.
Well, you said coming out of the break, John, that Bubba was coaching them up. He is. I mean, this is an opportunity for them to play one of the top 25 teams in the country and get ready for their conference schedule, which is just as important to them as the Big 12 races.
Stadium in Houston and Foster Pavilion in Waco.
We will see a familiar face on the Utah roster, Miro Little, who was a player here last year. He's gone to Utah as Langston Love drains another 3.
Passing of Carroll Dawson. 3 almost went, attempting to beat the shot clock. Bears the other way. Celestine in transition. A 3 is good. No good. Had a good look there for Ahmad Webster. Rebound Bears. DJ Edgecombe pushes it into the front court. Celestine again, and another 3 by Jalen Celestine.
You know, that's a... Yeah, and he's got his hands full right now. Ojanwuna is more of a screener.
than a threat to score in the low post, but that's what they wanted right there. And that's O'Meara being guarded by a guy who stands at 6 foot.
Jaden Nunn brings it up to Edgecombe. Underneath to Ojonwuna. Nice assist. Ojonwuna with the bucket. Edgecombe the assist.
Yeah, that is 6.
And to test them early, then to go on the road and face those challenges.
Scott Drew brought in 2 Final Four performers. As O'Jonwuna so far in his first collegiate season from beyond the arc. Active hands, Edgecombe. His ears are burning. Up ahead to Wright. Right in traffic, able to drop it in for 2.
The box.
Not in the ball. Now he'll take a seat. Celestine keeps it on this end of the floor. And another lob to Josh. Anytime a visiting team misses back-to-back free throws, O'Meara rattles home the trifecta. Timeout, North.
You would think they would maybe try to extend their defense a little bit, apply some more pressure, because in the half court, Baylor's getting whatever.
Edgecombe able to beat the pressure. Lob. O'Meara finishes it off the look from B.J. Edgecombe.
Did you see this?
Edgecombe kicks at the corner. Nunn nails the 3. Off a good look from B.J.
Nunn recovers. Edgecombe on a bounce. O'Meara, look out below. Seen a lot of those shots come a little bit short tonight. Second night of a back-to-back. Edgecombe with a nice effort to create the second opportunity for Robert Wright.
They're battling.
They get it back to O'Meara, spinning around Phillips, and he uses the glass.
He's a handful down there in the low post. Switch, then the picker is just slipping to the basket and makes some real nice passes for some easy looks.
Edgecombe back in the game, dishes to Wright, and he buries his second tray.
Yeah, Wright's giving a good boost off the bench.
First triple of the second half for St. John's. Wright kicks it. Edgecombe sidestep. Back to Wright. That's a 3. It's good.
Real good play by both the freshmen that time.
Edgecombe finds Roach in the corner. Down the baseline. It bounces in.
You know, I think he's starting to go reverse to the opposite side.
Rob Wright to Edgecombe. Passes on the baseline. 3-ball. Left corner is good by Jeremy Roach. Ball knocked away. Edgecombe comes away with it for Baylor. Back to Rob Wright. A 3 in transition is good by the freshman Rob. Baylor is 1-1 on the season. Edgecombe down low to Norchad O'Meara. Wasn't sure if that was a floater or if that was intended to be.
Just make a bunch of threes, and they shoot them at a 47% clip.
Pretty impressive. Drop down low. There is O'Meara again. O'Meara on the assist from Edgecombe, and the bucket is good.
Well, Sam Houston comes in limping a little bit. 2 starters are out with just injury problems. They'll be back, but they're not available tonight.
Wow, that O'Meara, they're going to him early and often. Another bucket. He's got the other end, a foul on Jeremy Roach. The miss by Sam Houston. Bears in a hurry the other way, and Jaden Nunn nails it up.
If he can still walk.
Brennan Burns puts the shot up from the free throw line. Bears run out. Shot is good by Rob Wright with a foul.
You know, and it looked like
Asamoah is on the floor for Baylor. 3 by Celestine, no good. Edgecombe the offensive rebound. Asamoah, a 3 from the corner.
It's good to see him get one down. Got Marino Dubrovcic in the ball game. A late addition to the roster, 6'10", 230 pounds. Another guy that needs some minutes.
Celestine with a 3 from the left.
Look at Flan. Moving his feet, staying in front of Wright. Has to get rid of it. Anytime on the shot clock. Inside, and O'Meara lays it in. How about the shot fake, though, by Edgecombe and the long post of Isic. Has it poked away from behind. Getting downhill. Edgecombe throws it up top, and Ojanwuna with the oop.
The number of bids on Selection Sunday.
Nunn left alone, top of the key, and he nails the three as Ivisic throws his hands up.
He and I were on the same staff together at Oklahoma State for a year. I knew back then, like, he just had a knack, man, with his guys, how he communicated. We saw him in Fayetteville. But, man, a big-time salute to Bill Sutton. I think is a really big deal when I see these two guys on the floor tonight.
White with a pump fake, stays under control to nail that mid-range.
Baylor is different thus in the second half. Defensively, they're holding Gonzaga to 36% shooting from the field, and they're the ones applying the pressure now.
And a steal, DJ Edgecombe leading it to. They've assisted on 7 of their 8 buckets. Rattles out for Christian Anderson, and the rebound. Sean and I were in Waco in a hard-fought, terrific basketball game between Houston and Baylor.
DJ Edgecombe, points, 5 assists. Add that with Nunn, he's got 18. Like, good contribution.
And the first points of the night for Coleman
offensively. Gotta look out for big number 33, Abu Usman, coming off the best game of his Oklahoma State career. And there is Dean. Talk about staying hot.
James, tough shot, fading away, left it short.
And that's just great one-on-one defense. I've seen some success, who's been in this program for at least a year. You expect him to lead, and that's what you want out of your point guard.
James draws a foul.
Get off there 18%. He was on fire in February, shooting 50% from 3. Ruffin going to try his hand from deep. Off target.
Zona basketball, young man from Rochester, New York originally.
Love, step back 3. And out of
BJ Edgecombe and Langston Love have each played over 40 minutes. Javon Small, he's played over 40. Right to the hoop and lays it in. They've gone at Omier, and it's just...
Wilson using the screen from Roberts and drives to the basket.
Keeps it alive, can't grab it with 2, so just tip it out to midcourt.
Wilson, jumper. That wouldn't fall. Flying in is Edgecombe.
Forever. Not often at one school, though. But look at the way BJ Edgecombe is locked in defensively, moving his feet, 3 switches. And a foul on Omier. That's where the insane comps come from. Can't.
Dickinson tracks down the loose ball. Another turnover. That's 10 on Baylor.
Put straight up.
Chad Omier now with 3 fouls, so that bears watching. He's been quiet. Griffin.
That's a moving screen.
Edgecombe, let me ask you this. You played for him. How common is it for Scott Drew to change ball screen and not switch 1-3?
Yeah, well, when I was playing, we had a bunch of different ball screen coverages. And when you get that.
Now it's last shot time for the Frogs, trying to build a little momentum. Going into the locker room. Millette takes it himself and knocks down the 3.
Mid-range game. Look at the defense here. Gilbert in tight. And did not finish this one. I like that.
But a little too strong from VJ Edgecombe.
You'd love Ojanwuna at some point to look at the basket. You know, he's so good on that offensive glass.
Performance against Hofstra in just 16 minutes. There's the 4th loss of the year for Norfolk State, now 6-4. They don't call the travel instead.
Madden has only 1 shot, now it's swatted. Edgecombe the run.
Had to shut it down 2 games ago. Missed the UConn game.
Williams fouled on the dunk attempt. They're going to get Omier for the foul.
Didn't get balance for the shot.
There's Kadari Richmond probing downhill. Left it short. Second chance around the 20. But it was Baylor that stormed back and wound up winning the game by 3. That's the only other matchup between these two championship head coaches. Richmond misfires.
Going against some tall timber down the low post.
Well, Lewis holstering his weapon. Edgecombe knocks it away. A steal for Roach.
Are short-handed, but Baylor's playing their game right now, and the scoreboard shows it. Runner rolls in. Shot is good by Jordan. Sam Houston with the ball. 15-point lead by the Bears is their biggest here in the first half. Leaner right side of the paint is good by Lamar.
It's because they're trading baskets.
Max Jones gets in the lane. And a tough turnaround shot by Max Jones. And they've been on an enormous run since.
Baylor has not been on a run. They've missed 7 consecutive shots.
And a turnover by Houston.
No spacing here from Oklahoma State.
Oh, Jennings got hurt. He's lumping bad.
As Chichi Avery keeps chipping away for the Bulls.
Reed, oh, that's a wise shot by Reed, drawing a foul on Wright.
They have to rebound the basketball. They now have a smaller lineup. They need to force turnovers. The Buffs will give it away to you on several possessions, and somebody's got to hit a 3 for Baylor if they're going to make a run.
And now Bradley. Lob to Owaka out of bounds.
Harris up top for O'Connor. Oh, what a feed to Hansberry.
And that's where West Virginia has to.
Cryer, quick disadvantage on O'Meara. Tugler, size advantage, and uses it to his advantage.
Baylor, they've led by as many as 13 back in the first half. Traore pivoting on O'Meara. Couldn't get it to go. Now an inside touch to David Gasson, their leading scorer, and he gets scoring started.
16 points, 11 rebounds a game.
How about Scott Price, a homer over 1,300 wins as a family, second only to the Ibis. Nice defense with
Joshua Jefferson, St. Mary's transfer.
Got a stunt. You can't leave him alone on an island like that.
Inside, Ezra Sarr. And he got met at the rim by O'Meara.
What help? This break, you got 2 weeks, and you got to find that. You're not going to find it if you don't have all your players practicing at the same time. So we're going to get a glimpse of how practice has paid off.
Any other ways also. A couple of free throws by Edgecombe pushes the Baylor lead to 7-2 over Tarleton. Pass stolen away. Tarleton around the perimeter, entry pass, shot up, no, but a whistle and a foul. It's going to be on DJ Edgecombe.
Around him all day. And you and I have been around this program for a long time. How connected this Gonzaga team is. They really enjoy being around.
Double teaming post-ups anymore. They're playing it straight up. Good
Great
move.
Huff, the drop step. 12 off the bench for Huff. To the guys, and I said to Scott, you know, Coach, I think he'll say more than a few words if you want him to. It's Graham Ike with a bucket for Gonzaga. Toppin in the lane, gets his own miss. Kerwin Walton, 3 for Texas Tech.
Offensive rebound, and a foul.
Weak side rebound, JT Toppin and the kick out.
Great ball movement.
Wide open and missing everything. Chance McMillan, but kept alive.
Saying they're down 10 doesn't feel good when you got 7 minutes left to go in the first half, but the fact they're shooting the ball so well from beyond the arc, and you're in that kind of position.
And out of the pack, here comes Doug McDaniel, hustling the other way for K-State.
Really good look. You've got to be able to knock it down.
Coleman Hawkins launching a 3, but David Gasson
in their offense for the remainder of this game. Limit the possessions. Don't expend too much energy. You know, we've got this game.
LJ Cryer, the former Baylor Bear. Here's Cryer launching a 3, ties the game.
Meanwhile, on, he's delivered.
Pull-up jumper missed by Emmanuel Sharp, but kept alive. Sharp from deep. Too strong, and the rebound tip free, LJ Cryer.
Here's Reynolds. Millette kicks to the corner. That three is up and short for Micah Robinson. Going after his own. Millette from the right corner.
Houston to be good, but nobody expected Texas Tech to reach the heights in which they reached this year. So I think it'd have to be between McCaslin.
Field and Edgecombe has a single point. Keller missed everything. The long
Put some pressure on the Bears to see if they'll crack.
Thompson, the only poke in double digits. Here's Newman in and then out. And it's Oklahoma State back.
Going against the shot blocker in Mandego. Good touch by Omier.
Mandego, extra pass. Bang from downtown. It's Josh Reed.
Mandego might have gotten away with the foul right there.
Open three.
Has to have the basketball. You want the ball in Jizzle James' hands.
Game high 18. Instead, it's Thomas from way downtown.
The team in steals. You see it there. Way off. Here, that's great news for Baylor in the second half. Smith, clean look at the three, strokes it. The ball movement continues to be lights out for the Buffs. That one was halfway down the basket.
Somewhat friendly. Can he get alone? Well,
That's another story.
that is another story. Carter Bryant off the mark. Pavilion, Waco, Texas. Love, catch and shoot. Omier the rebound.
Shooters, and Baylor's playing a zone.
O'Connell leading the way with 8 points. Got to get a shot off here. Yesufu, deep three. Nice rebound by Omier again. Rims off the layup. Here comes Javon Small. Powell, extra pass. O'Connell. Another one for Toby. O'Connor's hit three.
Loud Baylor fans inside Foster Pavilion. Hall, the lefty touch, rolls out. Celestine with the rebound. Baylor just making it hard for the Knights to even see the mismatch. 3 on the shot clock for Juice Ivy Curry. The kick out, 3-point from the corner. Oh no! They got a flat tire. This has changed quickly. Shaw rips it from 3. It's becoming a thing. It almost looks.
But Langston Love was a guy who was a fourth option for this group last year offensively and was still a double-digit scorer doing it efficiently, right? So he's not a guy who
Hills Mahovsky. Williams for 3. Smooth with that release from Mikey Williams.
And we'll back things out for BYU. Nell too strong. Another offensive rebound, Mag. Saunders hoist. Can't hit, but again.
Score 25 or score 30, whether that's having to guard the best offensive player for BYU or the opposing team. He just wants to win.
Catchings pays it off. Into Foose again. The help came. BYU moves it. Catchings is hot. Hit another! This man is up. And now another freshman at the controls for the Cougars. Yegor Demon kicks out. Mag rises. He hits!
Utah might have had an advantage. Didn't push it, though. Moline wide open. He's a good shooter. Way short. Saved in bounds.
All of his turnovers have been trying to slide it through a very small window.
Good pass. Little three. Good! The pass. Assar, not much of an outside shooter. Offensive rebound, though. Here's Madsen, wide open. That one no good. Assar flying all over the place.
Is significant. When he's in rhythm and he shoots the ball efficiently, man, it opens up their offense. Tennessee at times can get bogged down. No pressure, Chaz.
They're not giving him any kind of space. Coleman Hawkins showing you the handles. Kick out, McDaniel, and he answers with a 3 of his own. Hawkins is double teamed. McDaniel catch and shoot from the corner. It's pulled down by Alsamoda.
Kick right there, no hesitation.
Hawkins had a window, decided to give it up, and it pays off with a three.
It's back in front.
Gasson, one-on-one kick out, three ball, tipped around. Gasson with the offensive rebound. Jones driving, Gasson another rebound, falling to the floor. He'll find Hassan, and he hits another big three.
Del Orso can't get that one to fall.
They've got the mismatch out front. They're going to let Mason dance on them.
Quainton's three. Rims off and the tip no good. Time.
Big time mismatch in the paint.
They didn't get it to Quainton. Mason's three is no good. Goes out of back.
You know, a guy who comes in and plays that stretch four position for them. So you just don't have the depth up front you typically do.
Betsy from deep in the corner, way over. Thomas had Asamoah on his heels, draws the defense and finds Dylan Mitchell. His three-point shooting has been gotten better.
That pivot and that body, nice job creating space.
Day Thomas, long three, trying to make it two straight, rattles it home and does. Short. Thomas scrambles for the rebound. Nice hustle play. Opens the door for this. And Skillings buries the three, his third of the half.
8 straight. Jefferson.
Nice post up for him.
He does a lot of things well.
So does this kid, Malan. Silovich.
Heisey rotates. Jones got it.
And that's what happens with good ball movement. He recovers.
Jones, contested three.
Nice check out.
And O'Meara.
He's tied with VJ Edgecombe for game-high honors. Erickson. And Ojon Wuna got grabbed.
But bit of a void, really, in the group. But it was a nice, really nice evening.
Yeah, what a loss. Passing of Carroll Dawson.
Monday against Abilene Christian. Of course, Jeremy Roach is still unavailable in concussion protocol after the knock he took against UConn. And another sweet stroke.
Hubbard cutting, kick back, Madden. Another missed three, nice rebound.
An excellent job of collapsing when the ball goes by, so it's not just all the way to the rim. They're giving some help or getting a block.
Lewis cashes in.
Again, good.
Edgecombe picked it up. Smith finds Richmond for three, and he missed everything. They're into double figures with 10, the lead down to single digits. Lewis finds Smith, baseline two, book it.
Smith has been kind of quiet offensively.
Richmond finds Scott, rhythm three, on target.
We got to give the...
Baylor has been dominant on the offensive glass tonight. Corner tray, R.J. Lewis.
Yeah, he's been kind of...
As the teams that they play get tougher and tougher going into conference play.
Aiden Nunn, Jeremy Roach, VJ Edgecombe, or Chad O'Meara and Josh Good. And the rebound by Khalifa Sacco.
Well, you want to see threes, watch Sam Houston. Half their shots have been threes. There's another one, and that's the first made three of the game.
For the lay-in.
You know, he made it look easy. There is nothing easy about that shot. You've got to shoot it over length, and the ball gets away from you when you try to do that at times. That one went, whether they started the game in the zone or not, but right now the idea is just push that offense out and keep those drivers out of the lane.
Closely guarded three there.
He knows how to compete. There's a trap, and Brazil has the steal for Arkansas. Boogie Flan pulling from the boogie down Bronx. To my point, they do not matter at all. None. John L. Davis will step into one.
Returning over 80% of their scoring from last year. Stepping out to the corner, Ben Gregg. And Ike on the offensive glass.
be without Norchad O'Meara. I mean, just outstanding effort out of him all game long.
All season long as he blocks the shot of Kevin Overton.
His third 3 of the game.
And a number of injuries in his career. And Baylor has equaled their largest lead of the night.
Goes on. And a couple of those looks that have been really clean for Baylor, you have to knock down if you're going to win the game.
And a shot clock.
Zarian White. Ouellette through traffic, just flips it high off the glass. Volleyballed around. Pass goes right to Ouellette. He races ahead. Kicks it to White. Baseline 2. Another offensive board for Ernest Uday. They average 11.4 a game, so they've exceeded that here just 5 minutes into the second half. Punch open for a moment. Edgecombe comes over and is there. Yellow right in his face. 4 to shoot. Ouellette lost the handle. It's quick ball movement, baseline. White. Met there. See, TCU has gone cold from the field. Posey. Met by O'Meara.
They're so well conditioned. They usually are the more fresh team this point of the year, as Jennings loses it but is fouled on the spin. So you have a well conditioned deep
Bearcats. Reed takes it all the way, counted in the foul.
I got your partner.
There's Simas Lukosius. Draws a foul on the drive, and that is the 8th turnover by Baylor in the first half. Reed a fadeaway. Yes, sir. Good offensive rebound by Josh Reed, who had an excellent first half, as you mentioned. James slipping into the paint, rims it out.
Ball when it comes off. And in that situation, DJ Edgecombe has to do a better job one-on-one of securing the block out.
Shot clock violation coming out of that month and a half. First time on the floor tonight. Mitchell buries the pull-up. Three and a half minutes to play. Lukosius reloads.
Hammond goes left, floats with the right. Good. Freshman on freshman, bodied by Wright. Smith glides into the lane, high off the window and in. His sister's a McDonald's own.
Vasar starting for the first time in his career.
Vasar's much improved. Baylor's going to zone. They're playing a lot of zone lately.
Love short on that floater. They've had stretches under Scott Drew where zone had been their primary defense.
Exactly, John, when they were really long.
O'Meara pulls down a rebound.
He was looking for the foul call, did not get it. Hall cross-court pass. Ball fake from Coleman, long 2. And O'Meara with the inside feed, kick it out. Darius Johnson past Edgecombe, wanted the big fella. O'Meara, that is a grown man's
thriller last Saturday. Here is Harris, little hesitation. And a jumper from Mayo. In and out, O'Meara the rebound.
Point, the dunk popped out.
Yeah.
But it is BYU possession. Nearly given away by Saunders. Whoa! 1%. BYU by 4. Hall off the bounce. Moved it for Saunders. Attacking again on the baseline with the floater.
Basketball player. Lots of examples. Maybe Caleb Lohner could be the next guy. Mason Madsen challenged, couldn't finish. Good verticality on the wall up defensively.
Daniel. Cut off. Good pump fake by Jones. Gets all the way to the rim. The up and under. Kansas State retakes the lead. Man. 6-point lead for Baylor.
Again, Baylor switches at 5 spots, so there's often a mismatch.
Aulette over Edgecombe for 2.
Bucket. He's a bucket. It's Reynolds on the drive.
Reynolds goes right up against O'Meara with 4 fouls. Another offensive rebound to Ude. Aulette dribbles it off.
The context of the offense.
Yeah, Lower still a little floater off the window, wouldn't fall.
It's all out of this 1-3-1 zone, being very active with their hands, getting in the gaps. And Arizona has been settling for a lot of tough shots.
Wow, look at Basar as he
obviously haven't seen them yet and don't expect to. Tough shot for Mason, might have been tipped. Here comes Baylor quickly the other way. Sannon's turn. Got a matchup he liked here with Ojanwuna. Poked away from Ali. Here comes Edgecombe.
Play with confidence. Baylor putting an end to that little 5-0 run.
Freeman short, back to none.
They're trying to crack this game wide open.
That was one of those cases where the ball probably did lie on that possession, I would say.
9 points on the night so far. Precocious is tied up on the baseline. Kip Kissinger calls it.
Difficult drive.
Stood him up, Chapter. Nice play.
It's a 7-0 run right now for the Cyclones.
Nice help.
Twin brother Mason Madsen. Edgecombe with the steal.
Webster does the splits but doesn't travel. Another rebound. That's 15 on the night by Norchad. Gray got treatment there, getting the rebound instead of O'Meara. There's O'Meara, the rebound, and they'll stop play with a.
So we mentioned when Norfolk State hit that first 3 of the ball game that was the first time Baylor's trailed all year here at home. They've won 6 straight at home and started these first 10 games of 2024-2025. Baylor comes up with
the game against New Mexico State was so impressive, so many different ways.
51 second half points in that game for Abilene Christian.
Zone defense, matchup principles. That's where you got to get the ball in the middle.
Yep, Hubbard at the high post misses. O'Meara has the rebound. Conference, and then Scott Drew has built Baylor into a perennial contender in the Big 12 and for national titles like they won in 21.
Yeah, he's really made this program, really wanted him to gain some weight because in the Big 12, you know, you playing against Houston, Iowa State, Kansas.
Edgecombe he did that the last home game against Tarleton. Here's UNO on offense for the first time. Drive to the baseline. And that is James.
Finished 4th in the Big 12. Kansas, the preseason favorite. Lanier missed it. Phillips soars in for the putback dunk.
You know, this time of year, when it's starting to get a little chilly up there, which we love it, you know, a little bit of snow, a little bit of cold. The phones start ringing, you know, people start looking at where do I.
Tonight, Scott Drew, very complimentary of what he's brought defensively since arriving on campus. Dunlap gets free and knocks down the triple.
An excellent job that time.
Night for O'Meara. Gives Baylor a cool 30-point lead with 5:20 to play. Drive, layup, shot no good by Izzy Miles, but Nick Crass on the perimeter. Running hook shot, that one is no good by Izzy Miles. 18 points. Edgecombe tips it away. Still 10 minutes to go in this game. Loose ball tipped out, controlled by Sam. Eric Taylor has it into the paint, cut off by Edgecombe, and he traveled with it. Here come the Bearcats. Drive, layup, nice move for the lay-in by Josiah Hammonds.
Closer they will come to doing that.
O'Meara to the bench, he may be done for the night. He's also the NCAA active leader in rebounds. There's a drive on the paint. Keeping track of Baylor's assist total, 27 now on the night. That's a big number. Floater is good. Right down the middle of the paint.
Ball this season. They've got some talent on the floor here tonight. Avicic with the pass out to Knox, adjusting midair. But Edgecombe trying to Trojans.
You talk about the star power in the women's game. It just continues to rise to the top. Juju Watkins, Paige Becker. That's it.
Whoa. The crowd's still buzzing here in Spokane.
He almost got another one.
Stepping into a three that's short from Jun Sukyo.
But Scott Drew has said you don't get better when you have to take it easy and slow in practice. Chi-Chi Avery.
Chi-Chi Avery is one of those done in transition, and they had to start playing more half-court offense, and then Baylor did a good job in the half-court offense, challenging shots.
And there is Bryce Thompson, such a strong...
Jay Lewis, and now Awaka. Love spinning, and can't hit. Omier rebound.
Now these are life lessons right here. Ivy Curry pull up, Edgecombe backed off, he goes glass.
Nunn has not shot the three well recently, only 2 for 10 from 3 in the last 2 games. He has to get going.
Saunders, no. Rebounds. Demon gave it up for Nell.
Richard Omier back in the game. I would give it to Cannon Catholics right now.
Demon, no. Battle on the board.
Hurry. And that puts everybody else on notice. That's a great block shot there. Did he got another block?
Baylor's offense is just running around half court. Even though they got a look, the look seemed rushed.
That is Love. Del Orso. Del Orso swings. Bryant now give off Lewis. Pull up contested. That rattles out. Omier.
Legendary high school coach.
Look at the pressure Baylor's putting on the ball.
Sand short. Quaintance.
Thomas, clean look at a three. Can he make it 3 straight? He can. Opportunity was there.
For 10 now from 3 for Baylor. Utah, a 12-4 run. And they can't add to it.
Tennessee just a little more physical here at the outset. Meshack reached in on and fouled. Nope, going the other way.
Richmond out of Camden High School in New Jersey. Originally a Kentucky commit, followed Cal to Arkansas.
Become a leader on this team. They've asked him to become more of a vocal leader as the season's gone on, and he's delivered.
Pull-up jumper missed by Emmanuel Sharp, but kept alive.
Didn't know the circus had already come to town.
Just like he drew it up. LJ Cryer!
Oh my goodness.
5 for 5!
They're not very effective. They're 15th in the Big 12 in scoring. If you can get them to play in half-court sets, you got a good chance to win.
Such a beautiful touch there from Abu Usman.
Point lead, 2:30 to play in the first half. Javon Small still the lone bucket. Deep three. No, poke to Omier.
Baji out there with this guy. He's a tremendous point guard.
Ryland Griffin buries a three. The Alabama transfer.
1 second left. You use the most athletic player out on the floor and say, get as close to the basket as you can. Madsen stopped at it, rejected by Edgecombe. Lovering.
Freeman against Omier. Got it to go, and one chance. That is foul number 3 on
advantage. Chisel James dribbles into the left corner, backs his way out. Lukosius, 3 is wide left. He has gone cold.
He's got 43% from a three-point line coming into the ball game. Right now it's sort of catch and shoot.
Rob Wright.
Milicic lobs it, and an offensive foul.
12th made 3 tonight by Baylor. And 12 of 22, 55%.
Things on the defensive end and on the offensive end. Drew a foul there.
So Bearcats inbounding. There's a steal.
Josh Reed, the inbounder, gets it into Jizzle James. James with an early 9 points. Off the mark. Rebound, Thomas.
Houston's been in control. Sharp hoists it up, can't hit. Tugler the rebound.
DeJuan Harris.
That one knocked away, and now the Jayhawks the other way.
Great steal.
Harris fires.
And Edgecombe switches on to Hall. Not known for his scoring. Lost the handle. Hall has to throw it up. Got blocked by Edgecombe.
I don't know why you would set that.
A lot of teams switch at 4 spots, 1 through 4. Very few switch all 5.
Here's Alette with the right hand off the window.
That young man can whip. They were trying to load up on that side.
Good defense by.
Now you think about the ability to crash the offensive glass of Arizona, considering a guy who has the strength is no longer on the floor. 2 fouls in a minute and 6.
Arizona State will probably see 7, 8 players for them. Similar for Baylor with about 7. Missed layup there for BJ.
The one where, you know, he was really semi-uncontested, but the one where he's kind of falling out of bounds.
DeGrew loses it.
Around the perimeter, shot clock down to 5 for UNO. There's Josh Short in the paint, shot partially blocked by VJ Edgecombe.
Towards the basket.
So you sometimes wonder in these neutral site games how easy it'll be to score. These two teams have made it look incredibly easy early. Off the Lewis. Rick Pitino flexing his depth early. Has already played 10 guys. Richmond found a seam, went up and under, but couldn't finish it. O'Meara rips it away.
Baylor, they will be the 6th seed in Kansas City. Will play on Wednesday. A steal, running out. LJ Pryor denied by VJ Edgecombe. Shot clock under 10. Townsend gets it. Ball fake. And none. Baylor the other way.
Around. Contact. Nice rebound by Javon Small. Small pushing the tempo. Still looking for his first bucket. Blocked from behind. It's Edgecombe.
Comes to set the screen. Edgecombe switches on to Hall. Not known for his scoring. Lost the handle. Hall has to throw it up. Got blocked by Edgecombe.
I don't know why you would set that screen and sit.
You got 1 second left. You use the most athletic player out on the floor and say, get as close to the basket as you can. Madsen stopped at it, rejected by Edgecombe. Lovering catches, lays it, is getting better in a hurry. And that puts everybody else on notice. That's a great block shot there. He got another block.
Not going to get that one, but O'Meara gets another rebound, and his pass is stolen away. Breakaway. Rob Wright is back. Edgecombe is back with a tremendous block. Baylor getting self.
Madden has only 1 shot. That one's swatted. Edgecombe the run out. Look at
Around the perimeter. Shot clock down to 5 for UNO. There's Josh Short in the paint. Shot partially blocked by VJ Edgecombe.
As large of a lead as they had at halftime, up 27. Baylor never quite made things interesting, but continued to play hard until these final moments. 96
shot, especially when they're not falling. You got to be aggressive attack. But sometimes when there's a lot of contact, players kind of shy away from that. They do rely on the outside shot.
Edgecombe with a monster swat as he sends Ejiofor picked it up. Smith finds Richmond for 3, and he missed everything. O'Meara.
5 to shoot. Moselle will drive. Shot swatted away. I think that was Edgecombe with the block shot.
And that's it.
A guy who didn't play a single minute last year. Certainly has had his minutes extended here. There's a block by Edgecombe. May have been partially blocked. The pass up the floor is stolen away. Finister gives it on the baseline, and the shot is swatted away
by VJ Edgecombe.
We won an effort. Kansas, Michigan State at 6:30. Then Kentucky Duke, Tuesday on ESPN.
Much of this game, there is none from deep, and he nails the three. That's what he can do.
Three-point shooters on the team, always flanking out. You got to keep your eye on them, and Hickman, great hands.
And Nolan Hickman is swatted from behind by Edgecombe. Spinning to the basket, the lay.
In the ball, but their hands are down. There we go. Jeremy Roach has his hands up, trying to deter vision.
Nice drop off, and coming over to block it is VJ Edgecombe, and it stays with Gonzaga, protecting him so he doesn't get the third.
Well, the zone has been a big part of it, and where he's got to be careful is when he gets caught underneath. There he is getting the steal.
First turnover by Elijah Hawkins missing a deep three, but to the offensive glass, Kevin Overton missing a putback, and it's ripped away by VJ Edgecombe from JT Toppin. The lob, VJ Edgecombe breaks it up.
Yeah, he stuffed that one out.
Paid attention to the scatter.
Not just at the defensive end, but also the offensive end. We talk so much about talking on defense. It's equally important to talk on offense.
And a turnover committed by K-State.
That's a tough one.
And the rebound, Kansas State.
Norchad's down. You've got numbers if you're Kansas State. Look to push.
They look to attack, but turn it over. Jalen Celestine trying to push it back the other way, but Baylor, an enormous run since.
Baylor has not been on a run. They've missed 7 consecutive shots.
And a turnover by Houston. VJ Edgecombe.
And a couple of those looks that have been really clean for Baylor. You have to knock down if you're going to win the game.
And a shot clock violation. And a
base. 4 to shoot. Ouellette lost the handle. It's a race, and VJ's going to win it with a stuff.
And this is where I think Reynolds needs to be aggressive. He has to look to score and look to attack.
Posey, it's going to be tied up, and this time possession arrow Baylor.
And Jamie Dixon in
February, and they're starting 5. Pay attention to number 2, Arturo Dean. Relentless as the point guard as VJ Edgecombe just rips it away. That's something that Oklahoma State.
I missed my breakfast. I was ready to go to lunch. He kept him from 11:30 to about 1:15.
And then Homer Drew stole your Snickers bar before the start of the game.
God, the Hall of Famers took my Snickers
per game. Dean, the active career leader, lobs. Some Nick cannot convert. Newman tries to save it. Here comes Wright. Pushing to Roach. Can't get the finish. Thompson, that's been his game, the mid-range. Usman, offensive rebound.
2 chances for Usman.
Oh, Edgecombe takes it away. He's still a factor. And 1. It's in this one. Run out all day. Roach. Just a gentle lay-in to put the exclamation on this.
Oh, and Edgecombe gets a steal.
VJ Edgecombe, not his night.
Edgecombe, of course, a projected NBA lottery pick. And maybe the second best freshman in the country behind only Cooper Flag. Here's a 4-on-2 for Baylor. It's Edgecombe.
Spot, and if you beat him there, he automatically goes into that spin move. He's so good at that.
Picked off by Edgecombe. Here comes Jeremy Roach.
That's a great pullout.
Javon Small into the paint to Andre, who dropped it. It was a little behind him. Edgecombe pushing the tempo. Small wanted it right back. Step back on Omer was tipped. Okani pulls it down, but it's stripped. Long pass forward for Omer, too far.
In the other way, leading by 9. Wilson to the corner. Good active hands. Here's Edgecombe. Look out, everybody. Man, he is. Talk about how good this team is at shooting the 3. The other component, they're a really good offensive rebounding team.
This Houston team, which I said earlier, John, and I think it's a better team than the team that was ranked 1 or 2 or 3 last year.
Edgecombe with the takeaway as Sharp turns it over. Edgecombe
defensively. Ivy Curry lets it fly, rattles out from 3. Second chance point. Opportunity, no. Taken away by Edgecombe. And that's going to be a jump ball.
That's where the insane counts come from. A chance to do it again. None of yours.
Time for Bill Self. So Flory Bidunga will grab a seat. And now a steal as Mayo turns it over. Here's Edgecombe, full head of steam. Oh, baby.
Davidson tracks down the loose ball. Another turnover. That's 10 on Baylor. And Harris turns it right back. Edgecombe, man, he is fast and done.
Oh, the second half deep.
Madsen to Madsen, one twin brother to another, and then back to his twin. Stolen away by Edgecombe. Pass was deflected. He's got to bounce past that. You fake high and you...
It's Kansas State with the first possession as Doug McDaniel brings it up the floor. What's the key here early on offensively for the Wildcats? Well, here's the turnover. You got to protect the rock.
That is never a good way to start.
And a 3-ball off the mark. Backside rebound goes to McDaniel. K-State was looking to push, but it was Edgecombe intercepting that pass.
Another turnover.
Rich, the switching is hurting Baylor right now. You mentioned it, that you thought it could be a problem. It's a problem on the glass.
Picked off by Edgecombe. Takes it himself.
On that side.
Good defense by the Bears. Right, up ahead. Omier. Reynolds goes right up against Omier with 4 fouls. Another offensive rebound to Uday. Alette dribbles it off his foot. And here's Roach in the open floor. No!
Lewis looking to turn the corner. Ojanwuda on him. Good hands by Edgecombe. And it'll go possession.
Got to make it a priority to give him the ball.
Bradley, steal, Edgecombe. Edgecombe up ahead in the throwdown.
Chance for Arizona State to regain the lead. A heat check, offensive rebound, Quaintance, and ripped away by Edgecombe.
Quaintance had a great opportunity to score there.
Be liked here with Ojanwuda. Poked away from Ali. Here comes Edgecombe. Ojanwuda with him. Edgecombe with the left hand, just glop.
Split him up, Chapter. Nice play.
It's a 7-0 run right now for the Cyclones.
Nice help. Competitive play. Edgecombe on the deck a little bit. How about Scott Price and Homer over 1,300 wins as a family, second only to the Ibas. Nice defense with Edgecombe fronting.
He's made just 5 all season.
Again, that's only been able to get easily. Nice stop and go. Give it up.
Numbers here, right. You're not talking about Steve because he's got the call on San Diego State, Boise State.
He didn't have many lapses in his life.
No. Chris Lewis, Steve Lappa standing by with that one. We're headed.
Edgecombe with the steal. Both done a good job bottling him up. Little saves it. And there's 5 on the shot clock. Picked off by VJ. Right in the corner.
You got to find that. You're not going to find it if you don't have all your players practicing at the same time. So we're going to get a glimpse of how practice has paid off for this team.
Very athletic steal there by Edgecombe.
Got the green light to take anytime he's got it.
John went to the miss, but cleaned up, and the putback basket by Norchad Omier. Here's a steal at midcourt. Alley-oop. Edgecombe just in the...
If he can be a threat to score where you've got to guard him in the low post, and he's more than just a screener and offensive rebounder, it's going to help this offense a ton.
Edgecombe the steal.
The 4th loss of the year for Norfolk State, now 6-4. They don't call the travel, instead a turnover for Baylor. Bird Academy alumni on this Baylor team. His big brother, Kajana, former Baylor Bear. And the Bears turnover and a quick. Yeah, he's been shooting 24% so far in his first collegiate season from beyond the arc. Active hands, Edgecombe. His ears are burning. Up ahead to Wright. Right in traffic, able to drop it in.
Back and stays aggressive. Not afraid to get fouled again.
Abilene Christian doesn't have a field goal in the last 3 minutes. Edgecombe gets the steal, gets on the deck to keep it alive for the Bears.
Transfer from Duke.
Thought it was very mature of Roach to come pick your brain. As Edgecombe gets another steal and another run out, it's knocked away. DeGrew.
Semi-uncontested, but the one where he's kind of falling out of bounds.
DeGrew loses it. Here's Edgecombe in the open court. Edgecombe switches and finishes.
In the Big 12, you playing against Houston, Iowa State, and Kansas.
Edgecombe gets a steal. Edgecombe switches and finishes.
Dribbling under the basket and back out. Pass is knocked away and stolen. Turnover. Jaden Nunn in transition. Another three.
Matchup zone.
Baylor clawed back from 18 down to beat St. John's. They trailed by 5 points inside of 10 seconds in double overtime. It was a miracle.
When it's starting to get a little chilly up there, which we love it, a little bit of snow, a little bit of cold. The phones start ringing, people start looking at where do I get away to go somewhere beautifully warm, and we're only, 2 hours.
Wright pulls up. Short. Seen a lot of those shots come a little bit short tonight. Second night of a back-to-back. Edgecombe with a nice effort to create the second. Celestine lets it fly. This one misses off the heel. Ejiofor headed for a moment. Edgecombe takes it back and misses the layup. And a foul on a step back for the lead. Short. Rebound Smith. And he has it ripped away. Edgecombe dives on the floor. Baylor has it.
Baylor got lucky there, low post.
Lewis holstering his weapon. Edgecombe knocks it away. A steal for Roach.
Couple of free throws by Edgecombe. Pushes the Baylor lead to 7-2 over Tarleton. Pass. Stolen away by VJ Edgecombe. Loses his footing. Pushes the ball ahead to...
When you play a game like that, I don't know if you necessarily, of course you want to win, J-Mo, but I don't know, me personally, I didn't expect Baylor to go in and win that game, right? You're playing at Gonzaga.
Edgecombe tips it away. Oh, he dunks it at the other end. Three, it's no good. Benjamin the rebound.
J-Mo, I think these minutes are huge for Asamoah right now because he's proven to Scott Drew that he can be valuable, that he can do things in which,
6'7", 245, you're not going to move him out of position. One thing I love about Omier, too, is he rebounds out of space. He goes and gets the ball.
Another turnover by Sam Houston. Bears have it back. 30.
The offensive end drew a foul there.
So Bearcats inbounding. There's a steal on the perimeter by VJ Edgecombe, and he is fouled by Fenton.
Originally a Kentucky commit, followed Cal to Arkansas.
VJ Edgecombe, Richmond trying to run it down, but Edgecombe.
Just the energy level, the sense of urgency for Baylor is different thus in the second half. Defensively, they're holding Gonzaga to 36% shooting from the field, and they're the ones applying the pressure.
Missed by Robert Wright, the third inside. Here come the Red Raiders. Erwin Walton, corner three, and a chance for four. A short from Jeremy Roach, bursting up the floor, Elijah Hawkins. VJ Edgecombe challenges the play. It stays with the Red Raiders.
13 assists on 21 made field goals. Limited number of turnovers, only 2 for Baylor. And then a lot of these shots are just...
Pass goes right to Ouellette. He races ahead, kicks it to White. Baseline 2. Another offensive board for Ernest Uday to get it over that double team. It was too long with the shot. Reynolds in a crowd. Finds a streaking Trevarius White. Rosarian slams it home.
Taken away. The block. No goaltend call. Thompson to Keller. Foul on Edgecombe.
What a defense.
Year win streak in the SEC earlier on this season. Here is Day Thomas. Mitchell, extra pass. Oh, yeah! Jizzle James paying off a
Baylor life, too strong. Baskin is denied by Edgecombe, who may have gotten a hand in there.
To the paint. And a loose ball. Bryant has it up ahead. Del Orso with Edgecombe on his heel, and Del Orso lays it in. He wanted a foul.
Team, well, back when he was a youngster, his Estonian team played Real Madrid. They lost by 100. They said, yeah, I want to go play for those guys.
Nope. Contact. Nice rebound by Javon Small. Small pushing the tempo, still looking for his first bucket. Blocked from behind. It's Edgecombe. Missing, and Small grabbing the rebound. Now Baylor could still make a late run in this season. This would be a big win for them if they can hang on. Kicked out for Small on the other direction. Small downhill, hands off for Okani, who slipped.
But Langston Love was a guy who was a fourth option for this group last year offensively and was still a double-digit scorer, doing it efficiently, right? So he's not a guy who
wouldn't fall, and it's Mayo with the rebound. Here come the Jayhawks. Griffin will try and buries a three. Rylan Griffin.
DeJuan Harris.
That one knocked away, and now the Jayhawks the other way.
Great steal.
Harris fires.
Speaking of the NBA, there is heat all over the place here. 32 NBA staffers from 15 different teams. Saunders got fouled.
Wait, where are you going though? That's a travel. That's a travel. Didn't call it. Dunk. Utah got away with one. Davey took 7.
And there's a team rebound going to Gasson.
Well, you saw the 3 white shirts surrounding Omier. Great defense by the Wildcats.
Still comes to Arizona in the offseason to train with Rim. So that's the type of talent on the coaching staff that Tommy Lloyd has been able to attract.
Lewis with the...
He's 1 of 3 from distance. Jackson goes down. Cyclones on the move. Heisey. 37. Jump the passing lane. Jones with a steal. Numbers right here. And the drive. Gilbert rebound.
Here's a turnover. Little from the wing. He's tied with VJ Edgecombe for game-high honors. Erickson. And Ojan Wuna got grabbed.
For Norchad Omier, who dunks it home.
Yeah, I think that was a called play. They know that they can get the ball to Omier. This is a small Arlington team, and you're going to see on the floor right. He's coaching them. He's playing with them.
It's his job.
Oh, this is a dream job for him.
Played for the great Gerald Myers at Texas Tech. Short mid-range jumper left side is no good. Rides to the bucket and banks it in from the right side. 3, right side, shot no good. Edgecombe the rebound. Long.
Another steal. Ziegler skips it back. Milicic draws the foul.
Ziegler looking to throw a lob maybe to Meshack towards the basket.
So sometimes wonder in these neutral site games how easy it'll be to score. These two teams have made it look incredibly easy early. Off to Louis for the lay-in.
You know, he made it look easy. There is nothing easy about that shot. You've got to shoot it over length, and the ball gets away from you when you try to do that at times. That one went.
And it's still, here come the Zags. Nolan Hickman leads the break. Ben Gregg is clobbered, will get to the line. Foul on VJ.
It's a bad possession. It was 1-on-3. There was nothing there. Let the defense settle, run a play.
And Gonzaga makes him pay at the other end.
You can't get it over this kid's head no matter who's passing. Hubbard.
Flying in is Kugel for the jam.
Finally.
Much of basketball is communication. Not just at the defensive end, but also the offensive end. We talk so much about talking on defense. It's equally important to talk on offense.
In the field, they haven't had a field goal in over 3 minutes.
And this is where I think Reynolds needs to be aggressive. He has to look to score and look to attack.
Posey, it's going to be tied up, and this time to get it over that double team, it was too long with the shot. Reynolds in a crowd, finds a streaking Trevarius White. Rosarian slams it home. Reynolds penetrates, lob, can't finish, punch. O'Meara has it.
They play 4 freshmen in the regular rotation. Edgecombe, of course, a projected NBA lottery pick. And maybe the second best freshman in the country behind only Cooper Flag. Into the last 3 games. The loss to Colorado was his best game over that stretch as Skillings cleans it up underneath and puts it in off the window.
Javon Small into the paint to Andre, who dropped it. It was a little behind from their director of player development the last couple seasons. Oh, what a play here. And Small going at the rim. O'Meara called for the foul.
VJ Edgecombe, I know the caliber of athlete he is. He's only at about 80% right now, Lo. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a lot more pressure. Now, he's putting on his ankle.
That they've all looked good. Down low, tough, dangerous pass, but it got there, and Asar will go to the free throw line. There are a couple things that have. Asar down low, Lovering dunks it home. He's been quiet.
They're going to have to send a double.
Stays one-on-one. Hawkins inside. The nice dump off to Gasson. And 10 of the 13 points for Kansas.
Himself in the paint the entire possession. Whereas in college, you can do that.
Waka, that is easy.
Half. Arizona needs to get back to doing what they do best, attack the paint, not settle for jump shots.
Townsend flips it up, puts it in.
The thing for Baylor is to box out of this zone.
Inside.
And a foul, man-to-man, blitzing the screen.
Townsend feed inside. Basar. Good look. The throw down wouldn't fall for Lewis.
Jonwin has really come on lately. 4.6 rebounds tonight. Sannon fading away. Can't get the roll. He's an average 5.5 points over the last 6. Over 11 points per game. He has improved so much as the year's gone on. There's another board for him. His 7th long-distance make of the season. He shoots under 25% from there. Quainton spinning inside with the answer.
Beautiful move right there by Quainton.
Oh, nice. Where's that been all day?
No kidding. That looked good.
All day long, he's 1 of 6 from distance. He's made just 5 all season.
Again, that's only been able to get easily, like stop and go.
Lovering. And he is an and one opportunity. First field goal of the game.
For Norchad O'Meara, who dunks it home.
Yeah, I think that was a called play. They know that they can get the ball to O'Meara. This is a small Arlington team, and you're going to see on the floor right statistically, it's not going to show up in the box score. That ball was up for grabs, and he came out of nowhere to just get a piece of it to keep it alive and allow his teammates to pick it up and have
misses 2 free throws and comes back and stays aggressive. Not afraid to get fouled again.
Abilene Christian doesn't have a field goal in the last 3 minutes.
Whereas last night they came out early in the matchup zone.
Baylor clawed back from 18 down to beat St. John's. They trailed by 5.
Up at half court just to get a body on him because once he gets that low, he's unstoppable.
Lanier wraps it in off the feed from Igor Milicic.
Not falling. You got to be aggressive attack. But sometimes when there's a lot of contact, players kind of shy away from that. They do rely on the outside shot.
Edgecombe with a monster swat.
That air. And the Bears have been building off of that ever since.
6 active coaches in the nation to have won a national championship.
Wingspan, I'm talking about Sacco.
Drive by Wilkerson. O'Jonwin holds his ground. Pass back out. Oh! Mid-paint jumper, no good. Rebound.
Started valuing the basketball. They started making shots. It felt like they were rejuvenating.
Along the baseline, the lane. Ben Gregg has 9 to lead.